So.
Got to go back. Less than 3.
Sub.
Ooh, look, shiny button watchy underscore HFWAPCTOSSWAPCGHWAPCTOSS Wapkahi.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello, everybody.
And welcome to Friday. We made it through another week,
It's
everybody.
Friday. We did make it through.
The caption was seriously struggling on that. That was like...
Yeah.
I was reading what it was trying to say. It was like, nah, dude. It was not having any
It
of it.
was like some sort of word salad.
It was a word salad.
Yeah.
And a couple of letters. It's like trying to type it out and everything. So, Snake, how you doing?
Ah, Snake.
Good to see you, man. Hope you had fun down at the
you.
at the old campground. I saw your crayons that were getting cooked. I bet they were delicious over that fire. Ooh, man, nice and melty. You got some free time. Fuck yeah, dude.
Yay, free time.
Cheers. We may have, not saying that we overslept a little bit today, but holy shit, did we were like, I think we should probably wake up, stream.
Sleep has not been our friend this week.
What is sleep? Oh, yeah, I know.
That's where I'm a Viking.
That's where I'm a Viking, too. Twitch has been fucking you all day, and you liked it, right?
Death by Snoo.
And you're very, very unhappy with it. What's wrong with it? What has Twitch done to you now? Could you show us the doll where Twitch touched you?
Is your pelvis broken? The spirit is willing, but the flesh is spongy and bruised.
Oh!
Hey! I know. King of Aces popped in right before.
I know. It's been a crazy time, friends. Crazy time. Is that thing you do when you're not awake?
Twitch by Snoo. Eon.
Thank you so much, Eon.
Thank you, Eon.
Touch me, Twitch. Whoa.
Touch me. I want to feel twitchy. Yes.
It's funny that some of the names you find sometimes, that how are they still Twitch accounts, you know?
That's not too bad.
Yo, power up with the 5 get this subs as well. That's gonna push us right through a hype train. How about that?
My golden nut senses were tingling.
Boost me, baby, boost me.
Thank you, Power Up. That was amazing.
Your golden nut senses are tingling?
Yep.
It's gonna be one singular and ad 6 times in a row hourly on a channel that subs get no ads into your sub. Oh.
What?
Well, I talked about it a little bit last night. I did clip it. I posted it probably at the, well, I was trying to follow in Twitch's footsteps. I figure a nice important message like that should be released at about 3 a.m. Yeah, I figured that's a great time.
Great time for it.
That seems like when all the masses are awake and watching the social medias, right? But I did talk about it last night. That is one of the other big issues, Megadom, is the user ad experience. If you don't have a lot of advertisers, right, you're going to get the same ad over and over. And think about it. Think about it. You're in a U.S. region, right? Imagine you're in
somewhere, anywhere.
You know?
Anywhere else.
Like anywhere else. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. Oh, guys, did you hear about this really weird one? So, today, I don't know if anybody saw this going around Twitter or not, but a lot of people that haven't been on Twitch are like, I just got paid for Twitch for like $60 and like $70 and blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
They dropped their minimum payout to $50. I guess they mentioned it was coming, but they didn't really mention when it was coming. And apparently it was yesterday. But here's the weird thing: we got one for like $70, and I was like, from what? We already got Twitch payout, right? And then there was an extra one.
We're like, what is this?
What is this? What is it? It's so strange.
Twitter's not great for the mental health. I can understand that. Everybody's angriest thoughts in 280 characters are not necessarily great for the mental health.
True. Especially I totally get what you're saying, because it's the pouring out of the negative, and people latch on to
Yes.
A good example of usually social media responses is there'll be a headline that'll be some food you like now has more sugar than previously thought. Snake getting us up to Viking waifu. Hell yeah.
Viking waifu.
And you're like, I don't like the word sugar. Did you say sugar? They use sugar in this. I hate the word sugar.
Oh my God.
And they latch onto that one little pear closet.
I know, right?
Dragging all the way down. And that could be a little bit of a thing.
Oh!
Hey, Subby.
Snake. Hi, Subby. Snake, thank you so much, dude. That is really kind of you.
Tier 3 sub to Subby. Enjoy those golden rock hard pickles. They're amazing.
It's like subception. Now that does not make the raids any weaker when we come into your stream though.
No.
Subby, just so you know. It might make it stronger, I don't know.
I don't know how you deal with it, man. I honestly don't. You got the CCI, but you'd be in the middle of a state and be like, yeah, guys, I'm just talking about the, you know, whatever it might be. And then somebody, boom, dead. It's like, you're like, oh, okay.
A character model pops in with a raid name on it, and you're dead.
It was like, you had a thought, you had a sentence, fuck you. You're dead.
It's entertaining. I mean, it works for the raid because you come in and we're like, yeah, we get to kill Subliminator.
I do like the new change you did, though. The change that you've done, I think, is very, really good. Where before, like, you come in with a raid, they'd be talking, you go, and your game would just go,
oh my god!
What? Laylo Man dropping in 5 get the
Laylo
subs.
Man, thank you so much. You
Hey.
guys, you're killing us with kindness at the beginning of Friday stream, and we love it. And Snake again, thank you so much. Taking sub literally.
Too submissive for sub. Oh my god.
Oh baby, oh baby.
I am glad. Yeah,
Sub
I
for
do like it.
sub.
It's to the point where it's like funny for a moment, right? It's funny for a moment. They'd be like, oh my god, there's so many things, but you see like frame.
Yeah.
Frame.
Oh, it would be hard to play.
And
I
you're
can't
just like,
imagine
I
how.
can just see you like, I am furiously left clicking. I need to
I
kill
know.
something. And it's like trying to catch up. Yo, Snake, get the tier 3 sub too.
I mean, yes, Snake, thank you for the sub, but what is that name?
Okay. Bravo. All right, I'm gonna just say, can we get some claps all around right there? Because like, I don't know where you find these freaking Twitch names, but good lord, that's gonna be the one that shows up tonight. You know that, Snake. That'd be like, I just got a sub in this channel.
I know, right? Like,
I don't even know. I don't even know.
Oh, Yakuza 0. Okay, that makes sense.
It's a Yakuza 0. Please show
Those
up.
those guys.
Oh, what's up, Jordan? I saw you in there too. What's up,
Hi,
dude?
Jordan.
Oh man.
Love the word corkers.
Got some corkers in my time. Got some corkers in my time.
Corkers.
Well, that wakes us up a little bit. Thanks, chat. That's pretty freaking
so
awesome.
much. You're amazing. Thank you so much.
Down to a level 4 hype train. Thank you guys so much for that support.
Dominate. Oh my god. I had forgotten all those.
Oh, that's right.
That game has
that's
those
right.
quests. And you're like,
Oh, I remember streaming that
Yep.
scene too.
Yep.
And I was like, this is going really, really wrong. That's right.
yeah,
Oh my god.
it was. Oh my. The whole like. What was it, the Sarah thing where it was like the selling the underpants and all that shit?
Oh,
You're
they
like,
had that in there too, yeah.
Oh my god, there were so many quests that were just thrown.
Inappropriate in public. Damn.
We're gonna go if that's also a Yakuza account. Just a guess. Thank you, Snake. Thank you so much. That's so nice of you. Thank you for spending your free time watching and supporting our channel.
Definitely appreciate that. You're updating the BIOS on the extra PC and updating. Ooh. That sounds like a whopping fun Friday.
Is it the white one, Jordan, that you posted on Twitter?
Ah.
I saw it right before stream.
I remember waiting for you to stream that scene because it was so fucked up and amazing. It was.
So fucked up.
I was like, hell, man.
No, go back. No.
What are we
Mistakes
going
were
back
made.
to?
Mistakes were made. Okay, I accidentally moved my chat window on my mod
Oh,
view.
shit. Oh, shit.
I know.
So what was I going to say? All right. Not safe for work, snipers.
There's more of you? There's more of you?
Out there eating crayons
They're-
and dancing.
they're-
Ooh, let's go.
They're gonna hire you. Twitch is gonna be like, we need to find all the hidden not safe for work names.
True. All right, guys. I got to do a couple things behind the scenes. As we do a little banter, let the coffee sink in and let our tired-ass bones. So Herbie comes home from work today. She's like, I slept an hour last night. I'm like, you know what? You need to stop. You need to fucking stop, like, adopting my sleep schedule. It is not good for you. I promise you will not love this.
No, I did not love it.
But anyway, she comes home and I was like, let's order food and order something nasty, but like beefy, healthy, not healthy, but like thick. And so we just
Like a hearty meal.
like all hearty meals. Like we're talking Thanksgiving pass out. Is what we were trying to do.
Yeah,
We're
that's
like,
what we're trying to induce in ourselves, because
we're
I don't normally, like, during the week, like, I'm not a big, like, eater during the day. Like, I'll come home and eat. So, like, yeah. come home and we got some Chinese food that was actually pretty good for Chinese food.
It was a decent Chinese food place, and surprisingly enough, it got here nice and actually warm.
It was a succulent Chinese meal.
A succulent Chinese meal? Trying to enjoy a succulent Chinese meal.
Right, meat, veg. It was like the balance, right? The meat, veg, starch thing.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah. And I love white rice so much. I listened to Uncle Roger. He said white rice is good. Yeah.
That was how it kind of went.
Succulent Chinese meal followed by succulent sleep.
Who did that? Crayons in my nose. Oh my god. That's a nice.
That's somebody, you, Homer?
Personally, I like a crayon little pick me up in the morning. God damn, that was a yellow crayon. Oh, I don't know about that.
Yeah, do you just sniff the white ones?
Sniff the white ones, huh?
CB says one thing I do like about having a company van and driving around, I can stop and get whatever I want on the way home so it's hot. That's a nice feature.
Yeah, it is.
I hope it's going well for you, CB.
Yeah, that's always good news. We had a great work finding like month and a half, 2 months now.
Yeah, it does
from the
seem
community.
Thank you for the resub.
QB, thank you so much.
Be part
Might as well press this button.
of the boost train. Love it.
You might as well get in on the boost.
Thanks, QB.
Big gift sub.
Crayon Snorter 86. Oh my god.
I love the Simpsons episode where they take all the crayons out of Homer's nose and he gets smart. It's so funny to me. I love it.
You guys are playing like that phone game. It's like type in crayon and let autocorrect complete this. Let your phone complete the.
It is kind of like that, yeah.
Yeah.
And then he got smart and like he was kind of insufferable, and they put all the crayons back in. SpongeBob did one too, but it was Patrick with the brain coral.
Ah, yes.
You did it! We're boosting the stream with 3,500 recommendations. Let's go!
Thank you so much. Speaking of boosting, right now,
To the moon!
right now, our latest short that we just uploaded about an hour ago, 7.1 thousand views.
Wow!
Wow.
So what is it?
And that was yesterday.
Yeah, I know. Hey, Wiley.
We are close to 100,000 views in the last 30 days.
That is
Pretty
fabulous.
freaking good, man.
Twice a day for the win is right.
Twice a day for the win. Yo, Stick with another one. Pixie Sticks Pimp. That should be a song.
Pixie Sticks Pimp.
You know. You're loving the dad joke shorts.
Do you like those? I'm so glad.
Yeah, twice a day for the win, for sure.
I'm so glad. I think next time we film it, I'm gonna maybe have a light here.
No, I'll talk about that a little bit.
Okay.
I actually love exactly where we're at with that. Because the thing about shorts and TikToks and stuff, if you overproduce them, I've noticed the one thing. It's the one time that you don't want the absolute professionalism in videography. Because I notice every time you get one that's like perfectly shot and like good edits and good cuts, right? Mm-hmm. You're like, oh, promotion for a movie. Commercial. It's like somebody that's the produced one for the commercial.
I don't disagree with you.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a happy medium.
There's a medium. Yeah, well, true, but I don't think we're in like shit.
Dude,
You know
no,
what I'm
it's
saying?
not like 3 pixels of like hell.
Right.
But like I'm just saying like maybe just a
There's a
tweaked ring light a little
there's a
bit.
trick for the natural stuff. You recorded the TikTok the same way every day for almost 2 years now. Yeah, yours look natural though, right? So like
yeah.
I wouldn't say that like, you know, when yours come up, I'm like, oh, this is a sponsored. You know, they've hired a professional videographers to make this stuff. You know, you can't stick around tonight. Have a great stream.
Thanks, Power Up. We really
Due in
appreciate
court
the-
again tomorrow. Power Up. Do appreciate the support, though, man.
Thank you very much. Yes, we do really appreciate it.
For sure, man. For sure. And have an awesome night for sure, man.
I always thought Pixie Sticks were just like the broken, like, remember Sweet Tarts?
Yeah.
I always thought Pixie Sticks were just like the broken Sweet Tarts that they just like smushed up.
Like it's more, but with added sugar.
Well, I mean, they're candy, right? They're like entirely sugar.
I think it has like more sugar than.
Think so? Than Sweet Tarts?
I do. Sweet Tarts are a little tarty, whereas a Pixie Stick is like, basically, oh, there's a yellow one, a little yellow flavor in there.
My mom said Pixie Sticks make you a hoe. No, I had one in 6th grade. Now look at me.
Wow.
Who's a hoe? You's a hoe.
You just use a hoe? All right. Cool. So Friday night left us with some redstoning stuff, but we did most of it yesterday, so we're good to go.
I'm so impressed, Raj.
With my,
Yeah, just they'll just went right in.
they went right in the first time every time.
Sweethearts were a cokehead's idea. Maybe. That one doesn't want to be a cleric.
There's definitely a case for that. Okay, let's get this stuff going on the road. Snortability is the key factor.
Snortability. What's the snortability of your Halloween candy?
A 3.
On a scale of what?
I don't know. Not sure. Oh man, coffee, wake me up inside. I can't wake up.
Yeah.
You tried a Kit Kat once, do not recommend. It doesn't quite have that crayon crunch, although they do advertise it on the television.
The crayon crunch?
Crayon crunch, you gotta have good crayon crunch for it. We were talking about drugs and candy yesterday.
Yes.
I saw a tweet that made me think of y'all.
Uh-oh.
There's been a lot of that actually going around, which I'm loving that people are memeing on that.
It's seasonal, right?
It is seasonal, but this whole genuine thing and be like, drug dealers are giving drugs to your kids. They're like, no, they are not. No, they are not.
Nobody's giving drugs away for free. It's not supposed to be safe. It's drugs.
Is it safe? No.
What? A cereal powdered Kit Kats?
Powdered Kit Kats for cereal? Wait, what?
No. Snake said I tried a Kit Kat once. Do not recommend. I assumed he meant snorting it.
Oh.
Crayon Crunch. It does. And it would have all... Does anybody remember, this is okay, I'm old, but the Rainbow Bright cereal?
No.
Okay, so there was Rainbow Bright cereal when we were kids, and it had
Was there?
so much food coloring in it. So
Well, how else are you gonna get it to be Rainbow Bright?
Right. That was like the green poop cereal, and I feel like Crayon Crunch would look similar.
See, Shannon, that is a legit place where that would happen, right? Not that it's a great look, but that's where things like that occur. You know what I mean?
See, Snake, I've always heard that, but I've never seen it happen.
No. That is a true statement. But they're not doing it in the Halloween candy to kids. It's not a good market. Man, come back next week. If you like that, come back next week with your allowance. Make sure to do your chores.
Right.
It's not the ideal. I'm not saying that it doesn't exist, but it's just this weird. I call it a jump to conclusions, Matt.
I had different conclusions that you could jump to.
But what's super hilarious, one that I love for the absolute irony in some of these news stations that are running those types of scare tactics for your check your kids' Halloween candy, is at the end of it they're like scare tactic, pictures, drugs, kids,
right.
drugs, razors, blades, and then at the end of it they're like, well, as of right now there has been 0 cases ever reported for this thing actually happening. They're like 0 case study 0. There are none. 0 cases of.
Seriously.
We're just doing this as a preventative measure. Yeah,
we're just making you mad ahead of time.
Yeah,
we're just scaring you ahead of time.
Trying to get you scared about having your kids go out for that fun time and dress it up like their favorite Superman characters and whatnot. What am I talking about? It's a Marvel type of thing. What am I saying? Superman.
What are you saying?
That's a DC character.
There
will never be another movie with that in it.
I just like.
That's owned by Warner Brothers.
I'm sure
we don't actually finish movies.
They've canceled more Superman movies than they've made. I love the little kids superhero suits that have the muscles in them already. That is my favorite thing. I love these little teeny skinny little boys that have these little muscle suits. Kills me. I love it. Yeah, once everything's scary, then you become fucking skeptical, right?
That's how it's Oh my God, it's a conspiracy theory. Conspiracy theory. That's how the conspiracy theories get you in. That's how
Once
that's how
everything's
it
a
started.
conspiracy, nothing is.
Yeah.
All right, Raj, I'm gonna start the thing.
What is the thing?
Axe. Librarian table.
No. No.
No?
I love the sentiment, but do you have anything to trade it to lock them?
Yes, I have a book and some emeralds.
How many emeralds?
27.
That's not enough.
Several.
Start with
Couple.
Start with the farmer so you can get him started.
I did actually.
What is he? Is he locked into to the good one? To a good trade?
Carrots and carrots and wheat.
Carrots and wheat?
Yep.
That'll work. Trade him to get emeralds. Make
Yep,
sure to have
that's-
a full stack before trying to lock those guys
Full
in.
stack. Okay. All right.
Because we might as well get it perfect because we have the perfect
It's the
cheer.
perfect
It's
cheer.
the perfect cheer. Shared the tweet in Discord. It's not trick or treat at the right meth lab. It's true.
I mean, I don't know if we're quite in rural enough Pennsylvania to have some to choose from, but I feel like we're not too far away from it. I mean,
What,
Pennsylvania,
a meth
you're never that far away from rural Pennsylvania.
No, you're not.
Anywhere in Pennsylvania, no matter where you are.
You're just a wrong turn off the main road. You're on a farm somewhere. That's the other thing too. You're never that far away from towns either. You're not like, well, there are areas that are like that, but for the most part, like you could be out in what seems like the middle of nowhere, spooky ass horror movie woods, and then you make a left, and you're like, oh, I'm back in town.
There's a Rite Aid.
There's a Rite Aid, and there's a whole ex-urban sprawl over here.
That's true.
All right, so not much redstone. We did most of the heavy lifting yesterday, guys.
Well, that's exciting.
But we do have to think about just a couple of things because we're going to do we've decided in this playthrough, we're going to be doing the yeeter. The villager yeeter is how we're going to be getting rid of the unwanted traders.
Well, this is a fun idea.
I like it. Up this way, there are farms on the main roads. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly, yeah. But, like, at the same time, you're never that far away from, like, a giant... A street somewhere that's filled with the Target, a Chick-fil-A, a Walmart, and, like... I don't know what else would be in there. Give me some other stores.
Oh, Best Buy.
A Best Buy.
You know, like a Ross Dress for Less, an Ulta,
Yeah.
that sort of thing.
How many blocks does one need to be yeeted? A sentence I thought I'd never say.
But
Welcome
here we
to
are.
the internet in 2022. Many blocks. A villager cannon? Yes.
Shanda, I love that your nephew has a Minecraft Steve costume for Halloween. Love it.
Oh my God, did you hear the news today?
What?
What's your guys' thoughts about the tomato soup Van Gogh tossers?
Oh shit, that's nuts. Why'd they do that? Like I know it was
For oil.
climate related.
For oil. But I'm like,
Why did you destroy art for that?
I know.
No.
I'm like, why did you... The thing that was driving my brain crazy, and I was like, you're protesting oil? You just... Because it's an oil painting? That's it? That's where you made the connection? They didn't know it totally was a fail too. I know.
Oh, it's behind glass. Oh, that's good.
Yeah, they made a release. They were like, yeah, there's a little damage on the frame, but they didn't touch the painting at all.
I
I know.
feel like there's better ways to go about protesting.
But I'm like,
that.
hit the oil companies where it hurts, in the art museum. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just like,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
That'll get them. Well, that'll really teach them where they, I'm great, cool for the cause, all those types of things. And, there's certainly a lack of responsibility when it comes down to like, oops, we dumped a bunch of oil in the ocean. They're like, not my fault. It was the bolts maker responsibility, right?
Yeah.
But it's like, yeah, that doesn't seem like the most effective method to, I think everybody gets what I'm saying. Like, Go after an art gallery to protest big oil. I don't know. Doesn't make a lot of sense. But why tomato sauce as well? Exactly, right? Cut off some of the ears of the oil execs while you're at it. Now that will hit them literally where it hurts.
I've been physically abused in the ear.
Okay, so we need to have a lever.
Okay, well that's a stick and cobblestone.
But we need signage too.
Well, that's several planks.
Oh my God, Herbie! I know. It's like
I know how to make things. Some
the most
of them.
expensive fucking thing I've ever fucking seen. Okay.
Yeah.
Planks, sticks. I don't know how we're gonna afford it.
I know.
It's just the thing.
All the iron it takes to chop down all those trees.
Not even more. Diamonds. You already found the diamonds.
I found a lot of diamonds.
Found a lot of diamonds.
Like a lot of diamonds.
Why don't you waste good soup on a Van Gogh? Damn it. Wow.
Right? Yeah.
Poorly executed. Their site was completely set up for false activism. Oh.
Like the whole being reliant on foreign oil thing is an issue, and it's one can argue it's worthy to protest, but
No, it's fine, and it's I'm not going to say like, hey, stop displaying how you want to, like, choose your battles, obviously, right? And like you're allowed to express your opinion.
yes.
But it's just like I could not think of a less effective way. I guess if
Everybody's talking about it, so there is that aspect of it.
right. I guess if
Did get publicity.
if it's about publicity, then sure. But how about this, right? Let's talk about it in a different way, because a lot of it is about publicity is about awareness of a cause, right? That's what it is. People do not know this is a problem. How many people know what's going on? And I'm not even sure I know which country this is properly, but I heard this today, very, very briefly, because it didn't make it big on the news cycle. Isn't it like Pakistan or something, like have enough water to like flood all of England?
Yeah, they've been having flood problems all year, I think.
Like massively?
Yeah, they've been having flood problems all year.
Like hugely in a massively populated country, and the news cycle's like, meh. Are you guys on a server? How are you guys playing together? LAN, actually. So the way that it works is we're in the same house. So I just go here, and we're not, I open up a single player game, and there's an open to LAN feature.
Yep.
So you can play together that way. If you're in the same home, you can do that as well, but you have to do like port forwarding, which makes it a little easier to do on a server to play together with your friends. Although, if you do want to do that, Minecraft is really opening a lot of things up in terms of like realms and different other ways to do that. Or if you want to go a little bit further, we have a nice little sponsor below the stream that have been sponsoring our stream for like 10 years. Creeper Host.
Did you say sponsor our ship?
Mm-hmm.
There's
been sponsoring our ship for quite some time.
I like that. I like that take on sponsorship. They've been sponsoring our ship.
Yeah, well, dyslexia is no joke unless it's funny. Raj, sent you a DM on Discord, but my buddy has full band in his garage tonight if you want to see. Oh, okay. It'll be later on, right?
Relationship.
Well, it'll have to be later on for me. Listdextic Bogland? Yeah. Relationship? Yeah, I gotta love that. That was a great moment, right?
By the way, that game, It Takes Two, if anybody hasn't played it yet, I think it's like 50% off on Steam.
Oh, get it. Absolutely worth.
If you have somebody to play it with, It Takes Two is just a wonderful game.
Cool. Yeah, no, It Takes Two is fantastic. Some of my favorite times. I think it was one of our best like watched duo things. I just wish there was more games like that we could play.
I know. Like as soon as those come out, we like gobble them up, and we're like, yes, we were here. It Takes Two. Yeah. Oh my God, the music part when you made the beat and then it became the background music. That was one of my favorite things that happened in any game ever.
It was really good.
It was so good. I loved it. No, I'm just saying if you have somebody to play with, that's all. I'm sorry.
Easily your favorite game to play together? Yep, that one is very good.
Yeah,
very
it's
good.
So good. Oh yeah. R.I.P. Hagrid.
Yes, Hagrid did die today too.
He was iconic. Is it the Millennium Falcon or the Enterprise? I don't know. Is our ship? I think it's more like that. I
think you're giving us way too much credit there.
Yeah, I know. I think it's more like that. Actually, since Jordan's, I'm thinking of a Sea of Thieves clip where I think it was Jordan's sketch and Jimmers, and they like shot the ship up in the air or something, or caught it on fire. I don't know. There was some catastrophic thing that happened with his ship, and that's kind of more what it reminds me of.
that's more of our boat right there.
Yeah.
We're a Sea of Thieves ship that has been shot in the side by cannonballs. There's just planks just like nailing the things together, barely afloat.
But it's got heart.
Fallout 3 Game of the Year Edition is going to be free next week on Epic. Nice.
That's the one I haven't played. I have not played Fallout 3. Is it too dated? Can I go back and do it now? I mean, New Vegas is one of my favorites.
It's a little bit... you could probably get it a slightly more undated with some mods. There's a lot of mods for it. But it is like...
I have to use mods to get New Vegas to run with using, like, the correct amount of RAM now.
It's a little bit like... It would be a little... I think the feel of it... The game is wonderful. Don't get me wrong. The game is absolutely wonderful. But the... You know how, like, you remember GoldenEye super fondly, and then you go back and be like, they didn't have crouch. They didn't have strafing. You know what I mean? It was like...
You could look at the other person's screen.
You could see the other person's
where they
screen.
were hiding.
But it was a super fond game that you remember, but the genre has come so far in terms of movement that it's going backwards. That's going to feel a little bit like that.
Well,
like
I played a lot of New Vegas. And I think, is that the same engine? It's like, that's like the same, like, New Vegas was like a skin of 3, kind of, right? Because I'm used to that.
I mean, isn't all the sessions the same engine? I'm just kidding.
Maybe, did they update between them? Yeah, they updated before.
Isn't all the same engine? Yeah, it feels the same, yeah.
But I know that there's a lot of, like, Fallout, like, references that I missed because I didn't play
Gary.
Gary.
You mean like that one?
Yep.
You mean like the Gary level?
I do.
The Gary vault?
The Gary
It's a very Gary vault. Gary. It's like Groot. It was the original Groot. It's the Gary vault. Oh, what am I doing? So I'm going to be doing a button that switches train tracks, right?
Oh, this thing.
Right.
The button that switches the train tracks always works perfectly the first time exactly where you want it to go.
Quiet, you. We're going to make it happen, okay?
Do you guys have, like, the Groot pistachio standee in your grocery store? Like, our grocery store, the one that Skinnerby's works at, right when you walk in the door, there's, like, a cardboard thing of, like, bags of pistachios with Groot on it.
I am Groot.
Language.
Well, now they've got Fallout 4 in New Vegas. Have to snag Fallout. Yeah, definitely do it.
That's what I'm thinking, too, CB.
Crawl out to the Fallout, baby. Into my loving arms.
But if I mod Fallout 3, then I can't get it, like, achievements.
Yeah, it's true. Maybe you got to play it once with the vanilla experience. See how it is.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what you got to do. Just grab it, launch it, and do it.
Bop it.
Grab it, launch it, bop it, and twist it.
Everybody, tell me that every day next week because I'm gonna forget that.
Yeah, this is a crazy thing. Oh my God! Next week we're actually having an internet visitor to our home. We're gonna have some dinner. Black Cody Studios is gonna be driving through town. We're gonna have a little visit next week.
Awesome! I hope I can be here for it.
It's gonna be like 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock on a Thursday.
Oh.
I already worked it out.
It was more during the day. Okay,
and I was
good.
like, I'll give you the details. I was like, we'll get dinner, right? We'll have some food.
That's good. Okay, I can be here for that.
Yeah, that's the point, right?
Oh, that's good. Yes, for sure.
It's the point of the thing.
I know last time it was like more during the day, so I wasn't sure.
Well, I think there was a much more stricter schedule.
Okay. Yeah, you could. Fallout actually makes it so you don't have to be able to actually aim.
Yeah, CB, we'd love to have you. I would totally do like I could do a cookout day. We could probably do you, Fat Pally, Elm. Who else is like super nearby? That wouldn't be like, because we have like Dead Pine's fairly close. We have Vincent Vega, but again, these are streamers, so they're not gonna be like, let me take a day off and go up.
Right.
You know. Although who knows?
I know. Everybody else might be in.
This is really close.
A dearth of social.
I guess Dyer's close too.
Yeah.
But I would love to do like a cookout day and do like a grill, a nice little fall. Maybe I wish we could do. We could possibly do a fire in the backyard. We need a pit though. We'd have to do it. I'd reach out to Pine. He was saying today he needs a mental health day. Maybe we should reach out to Pine. He's not that far away. He's like
Joyzy.
2.5 hours.
Yeah, I don't know what part of Joyzy he's in.
I do, but I don't want to mention where other
No,
streamers
that's
live.
fair. That's fine. That's Don't.
But
Don't dox the friends.
What state? Fine, right? But
Yeah.
any more specific than that, I don't want to get into that. But anyone that's like Jersey, PA, New York is a far drive. I will mention that. From where we live, we're in the bottom half of Pennsylvania. That's a long drive. It's because there's not a ton of great highways that go from like New York to actually let me rephrase that. There are way too many highways that get used way too often between us and New York.
Well, that's true.
So that's like mega traffic, right? You can be there in 5 hours. Huh. Narrows it down a lot. He's somewhere in New Jersey. Where in the world?
It's Dead Pine San Diego.
Exactly. Yeah, 81, 95.
The fun ones.
Oh,
the fun ones.
Oh,
to
the
drive
real
on.
good ones, yeah. Drives into Rhode Island, Blinks drives out of Rhode Island.
Hey, Credstick.
What's up, Credstick? How you doing? I'll be honest, Rhode Island I have fond memories about going to Rhode Island.
I don't think I've ever been.
Well, I went to school in Connecticut.
Yeah.
And when I used to have the days, those days that you're really down, and just like I need to get away. I'll drive up in my car. I totally would. But it was only like I was from Pennsylvania. That's like a Canadian going to like England and being like, how far away is it? An hour. That's when I get to visit my neighbor. So for me, it was like this square state to this square state. So for me to drive to Rhode Island was like, oh, whatever. That's a trip to the grocery store. But I would go there into a lot of the vacation spots that were the places of the absolute super duper duper rich that have their summer homes that was just like basically completely abandoned towns because it was all in the off season, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, and I would go out there and you get this like, I was able to probably go places I wasn't supposed to, but there weren't any signs, so
There are signs or like people to enforce them.
But you go to, and I find these like cliff sides that were like a 90-foot straight drop to the ocean, right? And you want to talk about refreshing yourself a little bit when you're having like one of those days. You drive an hour. It's super late at night. You stand and you find in a completely abandoned like neighborhood, not abandoned like it's dilapidated, but just like nobody's there, right? And you go towards the ocean side of it. And there's a cliff 90 feet down, straight to ocean waves crashing, and there's moonlight just sparkling across the ocean with a brisk,
I bet it was brisk.
super brisk wind in your face.
I bet it was brisk in the off season in Rhode Island by the ocean.
That is at 100% like Zen moments right there. You're just like, oh. And that to me is my remembrance of Rhode Island. Because I would do that all the time. I'd be like, I'm going back to that spot. It was my spot. I don't bring anybody with me. It's my spot. But yeah,
You drove
23 hours.
hours. That is insane. That is insane. Well, it sounds like it's.
Well, you have the Tesla, right?
I was just gonna say it.
How much
like,
did the Tesla take care of on that? Like, yeah, I have questions. I have questions.
I feel like also the Tesla, you know, at least it's probably comfortable.
Like, at some point, can you just be like, all right, Tesla, I'm here if you need me. You know what I mean? Like, you have to be awake and alert. Okay.
Yeah.
But like for the most part, it would self-drive a lot of the highway stuff, right? I mean, you can't just be like, all right, Tesla, I'll be back. Could you imagine
No.
driving down the highway, looking over to see somebody in a Tesla like
that
pass down the driver's
no.
seat?
Auto navigation is not that good yet.
Yikes. You had a moment like that when you were like 10, the power went out, went outside, and all I could see the stars above your house for the first time ever. Ooh.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Stopped at a campground, had a picnic at a campsite. Nobody was there, so to do a damn thing about it, so whatever. Exactly, right?
Sweet. Yeah. Light pollution.
For sure. You guys tell I'm in like conversational mode, not like building
I
mode?
have no idea what you're talking about.
Sitting there talking with chat, reading chat, drinking my coffee. I play 7 blocks, guys. We're playing Minecraft, you know that.
Are we?
I did a lot of redstone. Look at this shit. I did a lot of redstone yesterday.
I'm not saying.
Are you
anything negative.
judgmental
No,
of my?
I'm not even a little bit judgmental.
Okay.
But you know what I might do?
What's that?
Go get more coal for trading purposes.
At least you are mining the nether. Oh shit! Is that a
I feel like that might.
be directed at anybody? It drove itself there, but it had to be awake in case of a debris or a deer or shitty drivers on the road. Oh, well, that narrows down to having to pay attention the entire time. When you say something like, I need to pay attention to the other shitty drivers on the road.
Deer will just, yeah, they're not smart creatures.
No.
Land dolphins, you could call them.
Land dolphins. I've seen deer run into the side of cars. I've literally seen it happen to the side of a moving car. Like, I'm going right plonk. Hey, Billy, man, what the fuck happened? You think they moved those deer crossing signs not on the highway? Right?
I know, it's a really unsafe place to put them.
It's really unsafe to put those. Should probably put them on like lesser roads or something.
I remember there was some comedian, but I don't remember who it was talking about like people having trouble shooting a deer. Maybe just put a little, little headlights and like a horn on it, on the bullet. Deer will jump right in front of it.
But just turn on autopilot, then whip up my sandwich and place the Metroid? I mean, maybe.
You got botanical gardens? Cool.
That's cool.
We have one kind of near us, but it's kind of near my work, and I don't want to.
Oh, if you're in like if you're in the 2 a.m. versions of it, yeah, you're a little bit. I like that drive. I know a lot of people hate driving at night down a highway, but I'm like, no other cars. Every now and again, you'll see a truck.
I agree with that.
I'm okay with this travel.
I'm okay with commuters. It's when you get the fucking. So, we have a state university called Penn State. They're big with football and things.
Just a little thing.
Apparently, everybody from like the eastern part of the state has to go there during home game weekends, which completely fucks up my commute every Friday that there's a home game. And like there's only like one way to get there through the whole state, so like everybody's going through where we live and like west to get to Penn State, and it's so annoying. It's people that go like 65 in the left lane with their goddamn like tailgate trailer bullshit.
Yeah.
And that was me today on my 1 hour of sleep.
Unfortunately, that's also this. We live in it's fortunate that we live in this space, but we live in basically this cross section of highways.
Yep.
So when people come through the state, we're never really far away from whatever highway you're traveling through.
Yeah, it's a junction of like all of them.
But by the same token, everybody that travels through the state needs to go through these highways, and it's basically Hermie has to commute through this vicinity.
Yep.
There are ways around it, toll roads, but even that's
then though, you still have to. It's still like part of that whole junction.
Yep. Exactly. So it's kind of like
You've seen deer stop at bullshit. You might have seen, if you saw a deer do that, it was the vast minority. That's why I'm pro hunting, because every deer that somebody else shoots, I don't hit with my car.
Do you remember I said us here in Pennsylvania are never that far away from the woods? Yeah, well, guess what?
We're never that far away from the woods or an ex-urban Target, like, shopping mall.
So we have a lot of that whole, like, everybody in their houses, in their yards, deer are wandering through. That one neighbor over there feeds them, you know. Now they're all coming through here. And then over there's the big highway, so they put deer crossing signs so the deer know to cross over there on the highway. So it's a problem sometimes, you know. Similar there in New Hampshire, my town was literally built on a swamp of something. Oh, yeah. You know, I used to live in Concord when I was in elementary school. Yeah, it's a true story.
You didn't only see deer up there, you saw ideas.
They have good ideas about deer in New Hampshire. It's a campground where a lot of deer grew up seeing people. It's fine. Now they're less scared of it, right?
You learn to be scared of fucking cars.
Sure, I've heard. Didn't the old man in the mountain... All right, for those of you who don't know, here, we're going to look up... We're going to be ADD as fuck today. It's Friday and we're allowed to. And we can have story time. I'm going to do this real quick. All right.
But I need structure so I know what I'm supposed to do. I need to stay awake.
Yeah, it did fall, didn't it? All right, so there's this national or statewide, basically, treasure called the Old Man in the Mountain, right? This is a very classic New Hampshire thing, right? And you go up there, and this was...
I want to see. I don't know what this looks like.
So I was there when I was a kid, but there's like an old man in the mountain, right?
That doesn't help me.
Hold on, I gotta click through the ad banner bullshit paywall. Hold up. Let me just open image in new tab. There we go. Let's do that. So it's this rock formation that looks like this, and they call it the Old Man in the Mountain. It was on the stamps. It was on everything. It was kind of a really big thing. And then down here, there's like a lake, and this was like a national monument. So it's when I mentioned the Old Man in the Mountain, this is what they're talking about. But I think it recently fell.
Oh.
Like it fell off. Yep.
Is that where you permanently live, Air? I don't think I knew that you lived in New Hampshire. I knew you lived in New England, but I don't think I knew it was New Hampshire.
Isn't this also the Old Man in the Mountain, like your state roots is shaped like this too? Like your state roots on the... Cause you know how some people have the generic circle or a square? Or we have a keystone.
We do have a keystone.
And other states have different things. I think the one in New Hampshire is the Old Man in the Mountain, is the state route, like...
Don't worry, Raj. I'll take care of sleeping since you're tabbed out.
Good. I'm in a different mode.
Are you just?
Yeah. So this is a classic one, and this one fell down. It brings back some fond memories.
Oh, traffic and erosion. Aw. Poor old man.
Oh, this is the before and after picture? Oh, no way. That's what it looks like now? Oh, that is sad.
Can you make it bigger so I can see too? Aw.
So it's like this natural rock formation.
Poor buddy.
It's this guy's fault. Look at him. Look. Oh, he's right behind Herman's camp. Hold on.
What do you think about it?
It's this guy's fault right here, guys. It's this guy's fault.
Get him.
That is kind of sad, though. That was the
Very
before and
sad.
that's the after, yeah.
But if you think about it, the Appalachian Mountains or the Appalachian Mountains, however you say it,
Depends on how far north or south you are.
Exactly. We're the tallest ones in the world at one time, right?
Yeah, they were higher than the Himalayas.
Yep.
You know, when
So speaking of
the continent of Africa
erosion,
was stuck into us.
yeah. When there was a Pangea situation.
Oh my God, they have an animated one of it? Ugh. You don't need to see it. Watch, it's this old man. Oh, it's 2003? Closing window now, feeling old.
I was just like, I didn't know this happened this long ago.
Shit! Close the window, quick. Feeling very old right now. Yeah, don't.
Now he's the Voldemort in the mountain.
He's the Voldemort in the mountain. There's a superimposed image on the one you are now that just shows how much of that fell. Yeah. So I figure that I do know this, that even like here in Pennsylvania, if I said old man in the mountain, most people were like, huh? What? But New Hampshire,
I never heard of that.
You freaking know it, right?
Well, that's the thing, like, yeah. It's one of them local things.
You'll be 44 in 43 days, Raj. I already feel old. Yeah, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. Now that's a wicked pisser. The one thing I'll say about New Hampshire, and this is New England in general, and it's been a while since I've been up there, truthfully, but there is a very like, people are extremely, they're nice, but they're cold. Meaning that, like, there's almost an attitude. I'm not talking about Boston. I'm not talking about New York. There's massholes, and anybody that's been in Massachusetts, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And if you live in Boston, you're like, yeah, you know.
Those white dotted lines are not suggestions; they're lanes.
Right. But then
That's
you
all
get
I
a little
gotta
bit
say.
north of New England. There's like a cold sort of attitude. It's not like harsh in terms of whatever, but people don't really want to give the outsiders the time of day. You know, oh, going up there, are you? But they'll be niceties for whatever. But after about a year, once the community warms up to you and like you're now one of us, holy shit! Like friends die hard for life. Like
That's endearing in a way.
yeah, but it takes a while to warm up.
I don't know. There's something. I mean, maybe because I'm not from New England, but
Right.
I'm very skeptical of like false outward niceness, like extremely skeptical of it. So something like that is just more preferable to me, just my personality type.
You like the New England thing or don't like the New England thing?
Like
Okay.
I understand. Like there's a similar. It's not the same. I'm not gonna say it's the same at all. But there's a kind of similar vibe amongst the rural Pennsylvania Dutch folk of which I spring.
I could see what you're at. I see where you're at with that. Yeah.
It's similar, not the same. I don't want to say it's the same.
It takes a while to warm up because it's so fucking.
You gotta save all those blood for the appendages. I'm doing pretty good on the coal over here. I found a nice little surface coal area. We can start leveling up our smiths.
I was kind of hoping to do that with the. I found the coal to be very.
Not the best way to do it.
It takes a lot of money, you know.
Well, I mean, we can use the coal for cooking stuff then. Like,
Exactly.
it's not useful for other stuff too.
All right, that'll work. It took me far too long on the stream to do this. I probably need more coffee. What time is it?
Time for coffee?
Can we do a coffee break? It's Friday. We can't do a coffee break,
We
right?
can do whatever we want. It's our stream.
It's true.
Mwahaha.
Oh, it's coming, China. Did you say it's going to be like 50 degrees for you next week?
I learned today that Pennsylvania and Wales are opposite sides of the same coal vein that runs under the ocean floor.
Holy shit, really?
So if we just riddle me this. So if we go under and get, dig into the coal vein, set it on fire, then we'll have Centralia the whole way to Wales. Hambo! Oh my god!
Well played, everybody.
Well played.
Fucking well played.
Where do you think the Balrog lives? That makes so much sense. Oh my god.
Oh, yeah!
Since we
Isn't
know
the final
that-
one today?
Shh. That means I have to watch them all this weekend.
That means you do, yeah.
I don't know if I'm gonna watch them all this weekend.
Oh,
I
yeah!
would love to find some sort of a scary movie to watch with the kids that
It's such a hard...
maybe isn't Nightmare Before Christmas. I mean, I want to watch Nightmare Before Christmas at some point, but that's always, they're like, let's watch that one. I'm like, okay. Watch a different one. Since the one with the robotic girl isn't out yet, and I want to watch that one the most. This doesn't come out till January.
Emily, wait, what's it called?
Megan.
Megan.
With
That's
a
right.
3.
That's right. It's Mark III.
Megan with a 3, yeah.
Because what is it? It's like Mark III Gen. So
Oh,
it's
that's
Megan.
yes. Okay.
Yeah, it took me a minute to figure that out, but it's like Mark III Gen is the name of the
That
robot.
makes sense.
You said to protect her at all costs. Oh, yay! That's nice and creepy. I like it.
Yeah. No, I love it.
Can you buy a realm and keep it, or does it go away once the subscription is over? I think Mecca's right. I'm pretty sure that you could download it, but I'm also sure that at least access to the way it currently exists on the realm. Honestly, I don't know. I've only done realms like once.
Yeah, it was a while ago when they first released, right?
Yeah. It was fun, and it was a cool idea. And
I think it is a cool idea.
oh, there's Minecraft Live tomorrow, too, guys.
Yeah.
Does everybody get their votes in? Let's get a link to the votes, actually.
Yeah, I need to vote.
Guys, get your votes in.
Did everybody sniffer? Because I'm kind of leaning toward Tough Golem.
Yeah, it's not going to win, though. But go ahead. You can tough Golem if
You
you
can
want.
throw away your vote. Are you telling me that my Tough Golem is a third-party vote? Is that what you're telling me?
I'm just trying to politically sway you into voting the way that I want to.
Gosh, you know you're gonna have to provide more sweets and things.
No, I don't like. This is like what straight up bribery and sexual favors. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know if I.
You want me to vote for your mob? Well, get on your knees.
I'm All right, here you guys go. Play and vote. There it is. Here's the link, everybody. Oh yeah, Sharon's already got it. Yep, there you
golem,
go.
though. Like, why is nobody pro golem?
It's like here's the way I look at it. Personally, you can look at it however you want, but what is the most potential to be actually useful? Not the cute thing, not the useless thing, right? And like not the annoying thing, right? It's not a third-party vote, Homer. It's more along the lines of a second-party vote. Yeah. And I don't want to have like mini games, something running around in the mines that go hides from me.
It reminds me of those the goblin traders that are in modded.
Right. Which is cool. I like the idea of like getting like, oh cool, I get like an extra pickaxe. Maybe you can get like a fortune pickaxe or something, right?
Right.
But at the same time, like practically,
we have already prepared, as people have played Minecraft for 1,000 years. We're already prepared to mine and have our own tools.
right? Precisely.
And you're just gonna give me that thing that plugs in my inventory. Like I get that.
Right. Now here's an unstackable item while you're mining.
Yes.
Okay.
Exactly.
And it'll be fun for like the first, maybe it'd be cool for the first mining trip, right? But after that, it gets annoying, and it runs around, it hides from you. You got to go find it, so there's that. So there's a nice little mini game that's there, but you can also see that being really difficult to target, and so it doesn't really add anything to like the experience for me, you know.
I get that.
Golem.
I was thinking the golem. Yeah.
The golem is fine. What's he do again? He like holds
know.
items and like moves around your base randomly.
Yeah. He's cute.
So he's a. Okay.
Where?
Careful on your boat. Don't stop in your boat.
I know. I want to try it. I want a fork.
I know that, but he'll break your boat and then you're fucked in the water.
No. It'll be a silk touch wood pick. You're probably right.
You know what? You're absolutely right. Yeah. So
right.
that being said, there's a sniffer that could go out, and there's a potential to have more build item blocks. And at the end of the day, for me, more build item potential is it. More botany. Exactly. And but if I'm really, really honest, about this mob vote, I don't care that much. Vote for whatever you want to do. You know? I don't care that much.
Look at all these coals I found.
You know it's not going to be diamond, Kubi. You know it's not going to be diamond.
It'd be like one, like the rarest.
Yeah, exactly.
It'd be like one every like 500.
So on task of getting shit done tonight, guys. Holy shit.
All right, well, I got a whole bunch of coal, so that's good. Yay, me.
Excellent work, Hermie.
Thank you.
Your resource gathering is
It is
legend.
good.
Legendary.
But I always, like, if I don't have something to do, I'm just going to sit here and, like, fall asleep, so.
You got anything? You got any bit of that redstone dust? You got any more of that redstone?
You need redstone?
You got any more of that redstone dust?
You need redstone, Dave Chappelle?
Actually, no. Yes and no. Yeah, maybe. No. Yeah, no. Yeah, maybe no.
All right, well,
Actually, slime.
I'll
Slime.
check back in with you in a good, couple hours when you decide.
I don't know what the hell I'm doing today. Okay, you got to be like, you got to give me a little bit of the.
I'm just asking what you need.
I don't know what I need yet. Oh baby, you.
I tell you what I don't need is that fucking song.
Yeah. No, that's some like prime vocalage right there, man. Oof.
I know. I like the copper golems too.
I was Team Copper Golem, 100%.
Yeah, we definitely voted copper golem. Wandering traders spawn at the wells in the desert. That is an interesting idea.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the copper the statue thing does. Is it just like it holds items, right, or something like that? It's like a item stand, but it's like a randomly moving around item stand. So it's like there was a church in Pittsburgh that my cousins and like my aunts and everybody they went to. It's a Catholic church, and in the top of the ceiling they had these little cherubs. Little angel-looking things.
They all got married in this church.
They all got married in this church. And they have these eyes, and they're really big, cartoony eyes, but they have very much lifelike look to them.
Yeah, you can imagine what they look like, I think.
Yes. And I was like, if I owned this, I would make one of them blink randomly at a random time every 7 hours. One of them.
So throughout the entire wedding, Raj and I are just sitting watching these things, waiting for them to blink.
Watch, and I would make one of them just an actuator. One of them would blink on a random timer that was only once every 7 hours. So it would be this lore thing, right? Where people would be like, I swear to God that fucking thing blinked, right? And they'd be like, no way. And then people would stare at it and it wouldn't happen, it wouldn't happen, it wouldn't happen, it wouldn't happen. And somebody else down the line, like, dude, I swear I saw the damn thing blink. And they'd be like this.
But the problem with this, which I think that it's funny, and I like it.
Yeah.
But you're in a Catholic church, so this only leads to exorcisms.
I think you figured out my ruse. There's a whole nother level to the plot that's going to be here.
One drops a tear of blood.
Oh, every 12 hours?
God.
No. You can't have any physical evidence, right? So, because the trick is if you ever have physical evidence, then there's like proof. It has to be a burden of belief in this situation. On each other's shoulders. What the fuck? I forgot about the song.
I don't know. I didn't pick this song. What is it?
It's called Freaky Nights.
Okay, so.
The only evidence you need is a tear. Leave on a tear as a drop of blood. Oh, so you have like you're faking the stigmatas and stuff?
Is that like in Dairy Girls when they when the dog ends up peeing and it runs down the statue, like the statue of the Virgin Mary, and everyone thinks Mary's crying, but it's actually just dog piss. Fucking Dairy, dude. Apparently, I don't know when there was a new season that dropped, but I was like, oh my god, there's a new Dairy Girls.
I like how you started that out by saying "fucking Dairy Girls," and I'm like, I feel like some people do. Yeah, I think they do.
Probably, people need to reproduce and whatnot.
I think this one actually needs to be like that.
The new season was very good, though.
Are you good if I put you there?
Yeah, I don't know when it happened. I feel like Raj, did you tell me it's been out for a little bit?
Yes, I did. I did find. I heard the news a while back. Yeah. Blake J wants timed out. Well, you gotta play some Overwatch, some shit, man. Gotta rank up, man. I'm GM1 over here. I'm kidding. I don't play comp. Cause fuck that. There's a Overwatch to me, guys. I explained it to Jordan the other day. Oh my God! Get away from my villagers, you fucking solicitor. This is not how trade works. Go away. Let's show something good. Come here. That's right. Ooh.
He's just gonna spin around. The Chillager. The Iceologer, right?
I want that. All you gotta do is look at like
You want
other
the
Minecraft
Chillager?
versions for like the cool shit. All right. Pro tip. This is actually a projectile. You can hit it back. It's possible.
Pro tip. We haven't seen anybody do it, but apparently it exists. Spitters or quitters.
Clip it. Did I get it? Did I actually get it? Or did I hit it with the stake? I'm gonna line these bunches up.
He got it? You got it?
Ooh. Oh.
No, you punched him?
I don't know that I did. Did you clip it? You need to slow it down. I need evidence. Evidence. Not speculation. This is an evidential. This is scientific basis. I may have punched it, but I didn't know if I was that close or not.
Review the tape.
Where? Get away from my
Same damn
villagers.
thing. Did you see it? Or no, my roommate's door.
Technically.
I love when you right click right next to them and they're like, are you feeding me?
Punch the spit. All right. I'll let chat review it. Did I punch him or no?
You decide. Did Raj punch the golem? You decide.
The problem is it's the most inconsistent thing ever. I punched it. Okay. I thought it was close. It was close. Ooh. Right on board. I'm trying my damnedest to only kill this way, not towards our villagers. Nobody saw that, right? Nobody cares?
What? So what? What'd you do? Raj, what did you do?
Nah, we're villagers. That's a wandering trader. We don't give a shit about that wandering heathen. Goddamn hobbits. Wandering with their trade. I punched it, not the spit. Alright, well. We can dream, can't we, chat? You missed the lead. I will give you a reason that possibly why I might have missed a lead. There might have been some redstoning going down. Where's the other one?
Raj, your inventory's full.
Like he's got room. There you go.
That's the one.
There.
That's what we're waiting for.
That's the one.
That's the one.
That's the one. Yeah, I'm gonna do a coffee break here. I think my brain is.
Oh, my brain's not great either, but it's easy to clear out a chunk for slimes.
No, that's true. I'm trying to do redstone. I'm getting into what my body wants to do, what my brain wants to do, is be like hang out with buds, with some friends, with some brews, you know. And my brain's like, let's do that. Let's do that. You know what I mean?
Shit.
You know? Oh no, redstone. Oh, this is super subby. Come on, this easy. Look, all right, look. All this does is it's a Boolean operational point that gets triggered by when the villager leaves, with the right timings that we have just a way to know which stall would be empty when we go to either eat the villager that needs to be replenished with the automatic villager infinite breeder, and the bullying operation gets reset after it gets filled, and we have a lever here that's going to be the yeet versus greet, the yeet greet lever, you know.
The yeet greet lever.
I mean, this is nothing crazy, right? I mean, look at this. This isn't too bad. Super simple. Also not done. I'm glad I came down here. That would have been a problem.
The unfinished?
That actually would have been a big... the Rushcon meet and eat. Hi, how you doing? Woo!
Meet and eat.
It's like the dude. It's the Christmas story Santa Claus. Ho ho ho!
I can't think
Kick him
of
down the slide.
that. Just always reminds me of Sunny.
Ho ho ho!
When Charlie's looking at Santa Claus, he's like, Santa, did you fuck my mom? And Santa's like, what? Did you fuck my mom? Luigi, ladies and gentlemen.
It's Mario. Why are you talking with no eggs no more?
I'm Mario, talking with my Star-Lord accent.
Oh, I saw a corridor crew with. You asked about the publicity for Sonic, right?
Yes.
But the thing is that they had the art director for Sonic on there. He's done
Oh,
other
okay.
stuff. And what he said
He had
was,
the real tea.
yeah, but they had a really, really good character designer. Was the person that did the graphical animation for Sonic.
Uh-huh.
And the problem that they had with the very first one is he's a wonderful, wonderful character artist, squirrels and you know, rabbits and different things like this.
Hedgehogs?
Right, hedgehogs, for instance, right. But Sonic, they said the problem that they had was utilizing the expression of Sonic because his eyes are kind of a visor.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So they were having a hard time relating to the photorealism with those type of eyes, right?
I can imagine that it was a very difficult thing to do.
Right. So, but the person that was hired was good at their job, but they
It didn't look like video game Sonic.
right. It
and
looked
that's
like
your audience.
if it was a hedgehog, it wasn't wasn't true enough to the actual original
right.
fandom of Sonic, right?
And that's your audience.
Exactly.
So you have to be that.
Exactly. So, and he talked about it, and he said it went back, and he's like, it was the greatest thing ever because I was going to go as the art director and be like, you should put out a statement. And before I can mention it to him, he already did. Like, he did this proactively, like, I'm sorry, I haven't done the fans justice, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Put
Okay.
out the statement, and then went back and redid all of it to
Right.
be more true to it. And I'm like, that's really kind of cool. And he goes,
It is cool. That's actually like what I mean. You can tell obviously how cynical I am about that sort of thing.
No,
by
I get it.
What I assumed what happened.
and then as the director, he goes, and he's like, I thought the movie was sunk. He goes, it's one of those situations where it turned out to be the best thing ever for our publicity. He's like, it wasn't anticipated, and he's like, I hired the person. He hired the person. If you're going to have a real photorealistic hedgehog from a video game, you hire the person that does the best job of reanimating creatures from the forest. You know what I mean?
Sure.
And he does it in a great job.
Unfortunately, I feel like they're coming at it with the entire wrong like thought process to begin with. If they're trying to make a photorealistic hedgehog, you know?
No, that's beside. I got what you're saying.
Yeah.
But I'm saying it wasn't a publicity stunt. It was a genuine oopsie.
Unfortunately, I feel like because it was so good for the publicity that people are going to take that and use it for their publicity. Like that sort of same deal. Because it was really good for the publicity of the movie.
Yeah. So
It's
You
more of
are
a,
definitely. I don't
it's
know
a-
if you're getting more cynical or not.
it's
but
more of a. I mean, that does happen to old people, right?
Yeah.
It's
But
more of a wholesome story than I expected it to be, which is a nice change.
Some of the things that you say sound very old man. You know that, right?
Yes. somebody has to do it, Raj.
Oh,
Somebody
what if
has
we're
to do
both there? We're gonna start sounding like that old. No, it isn't, Hermie. That cereal was made in 1992. I remember them having it out. Don't tell me they don't make it no more. We're gonna be that couple in this grocery store.
Fighting over the All brand.
No. Not. I don't want the damn green olives. I want the black olives. Damn it. What the things in the middle? You know the stuff. The peep. The Mosh and power track suits for our walking club.
They did reduce Mario's booty. It's much less of a peach.
Oh, you want a little bit of booty. Oh yeah. City Builder. That made me feel old while. We did see that one.
Yeah.
The Karate Kid. Be like, that's the Karate Kid.
No,
Oh.
Ralphie.
Oh, Ralphie.
Ralphie from the Christmas Story.
Right, Ralphie from Christmas Story. I was thinking the other.
He's the
The Karate Kid. Same feel, same vibe though. Same energy.
Is it?
When you see somebody that you knew as a child as an actor in a movie that you see now who is no longer that age, yes, that's the same energy. Not the Karate Kid and the kid from Christmas Story.
I got confused.
No.
I didn't know where we were going with that. Okay, gotcha.
It's like, yeah. Just going, oh shit.
They should have picked Linda Belcher to do Mario's voice. She's great. I love John Roberts. Shut his eye out. It's not like they didn't foreshadow it, right?
I'm gonna be honest. The first time I found out that movie was an '80s movie, kind of made me go, "Holy shit, that did a really good job."
Yes, they did a great job of making it appear to be a '60s movie.
Roberto, man, with the 16 months app.
App yourself. Hey, Roberto, man, thank you very much for that resub, man.
What's up, dude? Woo!
That's what I've been telling you, Mario. You just have little meetings all day long, little poops.
Please tell me. I just had to look down at my keyboard. That app was a typo for woo. Tell me you fat fingered it. Please tell me you fat fingered it. Thank you very much for the resub, though.
Home keys.
How's it going, beautiful people? Going pretty good. Going pretty good. It's Friday.
It's all relative to the size of your steeple.
Speaking of publicity, fucking geniuses.
Marilyn Manson.
Marilyn Manson. I guess I should probably explain that more since I just mentioned it briefly and drop it. And it was on an iPad.
Just like a. Can do it.
Marilyn Manson was not a band, but the way the band got started is the person who I forget his pre-stage name. He was a writer for an entertainment paper, or it was a publication of some sort. And he kept writing these raving reviews about this band, Marilyn Manson. It didn't exist. And then it finally got to the point where they make the first gig, and he put the band together. So he publicized raving reviews of this band, and then he just went weird with it right out of the gate. Like singing into dildos and stuff. And people were just like, shock factor huge. And already with the publicity that he made himself.
I mean, yeah.
It's kind of like, what was the other band? I think it was the Sex Pistols that used to do this shit. The Sex Pistols was a band that used to get gigs. This is the most...
And full stop.
This is the craziest shit ever. So what they would do is they'd find a venue that they want to play. Like there's this, big venue, big bar. And they'd go and look up the schedule of like who's playing that month. And then they'd call 2 weeks ahead for this band right here, right? And they'd cancel that band. Be like, sorry, we can't make the gig, right? And then they'd call a couple days before the gig and say, hey, who's playing on Friday night or Thursday night? They're like, actually, our band canceled. And then they'd be like, well, I have a band. We can come play for you. We'll take half the pay, whatever they were going to make. And then they'd show up early. And then the other band would show up and then they'd fight them. Be like, for the gig. Like, literally fight them for the gig. I'm like, you nefarious little fuckers. Just gig stealers. You know,
None of them played any instruments when they started out, so, like, that's all they had was the fighting.
Another cool story is Toto. They were a group of people who would still fill holes in other people's bands that came together. Yeah, they were all studio musicians. They're sick.
Hole fillers.
Hole fillers. Guar, I don't know if that much. I mean, Guar is definitely.
I know nothing about Guar besides like the ridiculous like stage props and shit.
Exactly, they have crazy stage props, and they go, and they just say like, "It's a mean guitar you play, Mark."
I know that's
It's a
what I
shame
always
we're gonna
think
have
of.
to kill
Empire
you.
Records. He's all high and like watching that Guar video. He's like,
but I don't know. I actually don't know anything about the band. I'm gonna be honest with you. I've never seen that. Yeah, Toto is studio folks. They were studio people, and it shows in their music too.
oh yeah.
They were all the studio guys. Steely Dan's the same way like that too. Steely Dan's a bunch of studio guys. Also named after a dildo.
My friend's dad yelling the answer across the bar that night
That's right.
at the American Legion. How'd Steely Dan get their name?
Because they had to finally, they would perform under whatever name they felt like that night. They never had like a consistent band name until they had to sign a contract or something. So like, I guess we need to have something. They were like, "Yo, what was that dildo called in that sex store we saw down there?"
Is it?
Oh, the Steely Dan?
Oh,
yeah,
my-
that's us.
They actually wait. That's actually a sweet name for like a freaking
For a dildo?
yeah dildo or vibrator.
This is Steely Dan. You love me some Steely Dan? Which one? The band or the
Yep.
dildo?
Yep. In the morning you go
Had to. You walked
running
right into that one. Why not both? It could be both, right?
for the man who stole your water.
Love that tune. All right, let's seriously take a coffee break
Seriously.
so I can actually get something possibly done today.
Seriously.
Steely Dan really gets me moving. Also, the band is pretty good too. Nice. And that would be a sweet band name.
Puppet history is fabulous.
Okay, are we taking a coffee break?
Sure.
I am
That's right.
patiently
You're
waiting.
waiting for me to log out.
It's not for my benefit; it's for yours. Because remember, you get that whole like glitchy bullshit.
Okay, Raj.
We'll be right back, guys.
BRB.
Gonna get some more coffee for this noggin. And we're back, ladies and gentlemen.
We are back. Hold on, I'll share this. I'll share this. I'll share this hilarious picture to Discord.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
This is what's making us chuckle here.
So close.
Discord general. Good stuff. Good stuff. Thanks for the welcome backs, friends.
Indubitably. Missed it by that much.
Normally, I don't. Yeah, it's rare that I'm like scrolling and you come across something that makes you actually laugh out loud. That one
got you tickled.
Yeah, it tickled me fancy.
Tickled your fancy, did it?
Sure did.
Thanks to the WBs, guys. Becker named a band after a revolutionary steam-powered dildo mentioned in the William S. Burroughs novel Naked Lunch.
I have never read that or seen the movie, but there's a Simpsons reference in which when Bart gets his fake ID, they go to him and Nelson go to see that movie. And they come out and Nelson goes, I can think of at least 2 things wrong with that title. Steam-powered dildo. I mean...
Choo-choo, motherfuckers.
Right? So it's got to turn some sort of turbine then, right? I feel like there's a lot of situations. There's a lot of room for error. A lot of room for error.
Slaughter Water? Yeah,
Yes.
that'd be a good band name. Slaughter Water's pretty good.
Yes. I got you, Shine. I understand. Still, if we're gonna entertain the thought process, there's a lot of room for error. Death Chemist, yeah, that's a great band name.
They're all heavy metal band names, though, aren't they?
Yeah.
Death Chemist. Security breach.
Yeah, so you'd have to if it was using some sort of turbine, it would have to parts of it would have to be not metal, so it didn't transfer the heat from the steam.
Herman, can you come give me a push on my ride?
Is it steam powered?
No.
Boo. Yeah, I will come.
I'm
Give you a push.
I think I get it.
No, you got it. You got it moving. It's a Redstone situation. You don't need a turbine for steam powered. Use dual bot. Oh. All right. That'd probably work a lot better actually. That's why I'm not an engineer.
Aussie Tim, hey, g'day. How we doing?
Hey,
doing
Aussie
pretty
Tim.
good.
We're still on Friday, so hopefully Saturday's a good day.
Mingo.
How's our redstone supply?
Low.
Okay, I'm going.
Low.
I do. We have over 2 stacks of slime. And I have 3 chunks cleared. I think we might have 3 chunks.
Some good shit right there.
3 of them cleared on 2 levels, so.
I got a little bit of brain juice left. We're gonna see if I can use it for the good of humanity.
At least the villagers. At least the stream.
Oh, it won't be good for the villagers. The end result of this is them being yeeted. So there's that.
So maybe not the good of villagers, but something of the villagers. Dang! I got all that coal and I don't have any torches. What? The whole way down here? No torches?
Shame. Ding ding. Shame. Ding ding.
Old Game of Thrones throwback, huh?
I saw something that was using that meme as a reference, and I forgot how like prevalent it was.
It really was.
So watching some old content somewhere, they were just like, ding ding, shame.
Remember when Game of Thrones first started, we were all full of hope.
That's actually hydrochloric acid. Wait, what for what? Oh, the death chemist? The poison you just drank.
I've actually developed a resistance to iocane powder. Slaughter water.
No, the slaughter water? Okay.
There's many things that are colorless that you could use for that.
Sometimes some of her statements worry me, guys. Should I be worried? You know, she's like, I've been thinking about how to poison for a while now. There's actually many substances that you could put that is flavorless and odorless that you would never know.
I said colorless. You think you should worry about that? Arch, I think you should know that I'm far too tired to poison you.
As long as that's the only reason. I'm just way too tired to poison you. Wow, that's just,
Wow.
just the cornerstones of a good relationship there, right?
Yes, because the bad ones, the man ends up poisoned.
No, logic's not checking out. Nope. No, I don't. That's real love right now. Well, I won't kill you.
Steely Dan was a steam-powered strap-on, huh? Cool. Actually, probably not. There's logistical questions.
My brain is struggling hard with that too.
Well, I don't know, trying to move past it. I'm like, steam powered.
Fire up the kettle, Jenny.
Do you need a constant flow of steam, or do you like to
Like
charge
belts
it?
and wheels and shit, like.
Very steampunk sounding. How do you get Peggy from Margaret? You asked nicely to bring water for the steam. Gold star, Scarlet Air.
Well played.
Gold star. It does seem like it's some sort of weird steampunk porn.
It really does.
And I don't know that I'm not here for it.
I did not know I was into that.
I did not know I was into the idea of this. Do I have to read this book? What's the rest of it about? Do I have to sit through like a bunch of other shit? Probably.
Yes.
I'm just like paging through looking for the Steely Dan part.
She's reading this book like men read a Playboy. They're like, article, naked girl. Naked girl. Where's the naked girls? Article,
Where
or
are
how
these
to
fucking words in my magazine? Exactly.
I get it for the articles. Yeah.
It's actually sad because I believe that Playboy did have some like decent
That's a good writer's show.
people writing for him.
It was a big publication.
Yeah.
I'll never forget. Somebody sent me a Maxim when I was in basic training. Oh.
Oh yeah, you didn't have a good time for that, did you?
No.
There are
So-
no words in my porn.
There are words in my porn. Somebody sent me a Maxim when I was in basic training. And
The magazine.
the magazine.
Not like an inspirational saying.
Maxim is an wait, that's a what?
I believe that's I think it's an inspirational saying, or it's like at least some sort of saying.
Oh, okay. So I call in the drill sergeant's office. He's got his big old drill sergeant hat on his desk. Feet are kicked up on the desk. And he's holding
That's such a vibe. I'm not even in the army, and that's such a vibe. You're like, you know something bad's gonna happen.
You walk in and you stand at parade rest. And he doesn't say anything for a while because the drill sergeants, they love a little bit of that tension in the room. They love that. He's got his hat down, feet on the desk. This guy was an airborne ranger too, so this guy was a hardcore guy, right? He's actually a really cool guy, but not when he's your drill sergeant, right? He's still a drill
cool
sergeant.
when they're your drill sergeant, right?
But they He's just reading. And I swear to God, it was like 5 minutes. He didn't say a goddamn thing.
Oh, it's such a power move.
Yeah, it was such. Well, of course, that's all the thing is.
Yeah.
And he's flipping through. He's flipping through, and he finds a picture. And he turns it around and goes, "Do you think she's hot, Private?" Yes, Drill Sergeant. That's real good. I'm glad to hear that, Private, because she wants you to push. I was like, fuck. Because here's the thing. If you have a friend or somebody that's in basic training, I know that you're like, here's a little like gift from home or something like that.
Right, because you're seeing a bunch of dudes all day.
You get punished for what you get sent because you have no control over it. And they check your mail. I love your mama's cookies. Oh my God, some kid cried over that. It says, Mom sent him cookies.
Oh,
And we're not allowed to have cookies.
So mean.
And the drill sergeant ate them, and he was just like, your mom makes good cookies. And he was like,
that's so mean.
we aren't supposed to move the position of parade rest? Yep. I sent my sister a Marine sticker while she was in Army boot camp.
Oh, snake.
Yeah, so don't send people in basic training sweets or like anything they can't have, right?
Opposite faction stickers.
Opposite faction stickers. Yep. Not
Execute
good.
Order 66.
Not good. But yeah, I remember that one. I remember that one clearly. And the fact that I went in, I didn't join when I was 18, and you see this guy right here? You guys remember when I shaved all this off and it was like a week later? Yeah, I grow facial hair really fast. And one morning I shaved without shaving cream, and I got like, I forget what they call them. When you get like you get a bad thing mark. I don't know. I can't remember what it's called.
Like demerit or something?
I don't know. I can't remember what they were called. But yeah, I got one of those because I got a 5 o'clock shadow because I didn't shave closely enough that morning.
And stand close enough to the razor?
And they're like, and I was trying to I was like, look, I grow facial hair really fast, Drill Sergeant. Yeah, right. Baby face, you know, all that stuff. The drill instructors would ask if you think you are hardcore.
I feel like there's no right answer to that question.
Best thing a drill sergeant ever said to me. No, there's 2 moments in basic training that I was able to break down the drill sergeant barrier twice, and it was awesome when I was able to do that and talk to them as a human being rather than drill sergeant to private. But I think, all right, so here's the story. So a lot of times there's mundane tasks that you have to do, and one of the mundane tasks that we had to do was change all the helmet straps, right, and all of the entire, our entire our entire platoon's like helmets. And so we're in there and we're changing out the straps, and there's screws, and half of them are stripped the fuck out and all this other stuff, and they don't want to give us a whole bunch of tools, so they don't want to give the privates the power tools. All right, so
you were in the army with those people, so
yeah, I wouldn't trust them with power tools either.
Yeah.
I think it was the right call. And so we had to drill out a couple cores so we could unstrip some of the screws of the helmets. And so it was me, another private that was on duty to do this helmet strap thing, and then the drill sergeant had to come in and do the drilling stuff because, fuck, you're not going to give power tools to these kids.
right.
And there was a moment where this was an airborne ranger, all right, that was our drill sergeant, and so he was all about, parachuting. He would do, skydiving in his free time, all this other shit, right?
Oh, it is free time, huh?
Yeah. And he would be, he said, we were with this other private, he goes, yeah, I've been skydiving too, this other private said to him. And he goes, oh, really, private? What's your highest jump from? And he's, trying to be impressive to the drill sergeant, and he says that little white lie with a little bit of black, blurry information. He goes, 300,000 feet. And there's a look that we both... So the drill sergeant's with a drill, I'm with a screwdriver, and he says this, and we both stop what we're doing, and we have this look, and we stare right at each other like, you have to be fucking kidding me. We look at him, and we look at each other. He goes, where the fuck did you jump from, the moon?
There's a thing called atmosphere, dude.
Yeah, 300,000 feet. But it was a moment where, all of a sudden we were just two dudes.
Yeah, you were just humans. In
Humans
that
at this moment, right? Which was fun. That was cool. It's cool to see that sometimes.
Yeah, that probably makes it a tiny bit more bearable, huh?
Yeah. Well, basic training's prison where they teach you to shoot guns, basically. Yeah. It's like going to jail, but they teach you to shoot guns there. And let you go after 11 weeks.
My guess is that he might have been trying to be more impressive, but he probably just has no idea of the concept of, like, how far things are.
I will never, ever, ever. You know how there's that statement that, like, think of the dumbest person you know, and that's smarter than 50% of the people?
Yep.
I think I found the other 50% of the people when I went to basic training. I was like, you guys are really dumb. Like, really? Yeah, this is your career path. Yeah.
Frontline infantry.
Frontline
infantry.
Yeah, you definitely need people to, like, give you orders and stuff because
no thinking for you there, big shooter.
Yeah. You probably should be thinking. Oh, I need a couple droppers.
Space starts at the Kármán line, which is 330,000 feet. I didn't know that's what that was called. The highest skydive ever was 138,000 feet, and that needed a lot of special equipment. Huh.
Yeah.
Would you like to know more?
No, I don't need to try to break the skydive record. I'm good. When you're on the barrier of, like, is there enough gravitational force? Am I going to go to orbit or am I going down back to Earth? Like, if there's a question on that, that's too high. That's
right.
That's
make
too
sure
high.
Make sure you float in the correct direction.
Am I high enough to burn up in the atmosphere on the way down?
Right? Pardon me, your inventory's full. I can't walk by the slime thing and not kill the slimes, though. That means I have to drop some gravel. That means I have to drop some gravel.
Hey, you gotta. Sometimes gravel just needs to be dropped.
That's
It's just what it is.
That's all I'm saying, Rush.
It's like a mic drop, but it's a gravel drop.
Kármán line is the theoretical altitude where the atmosphere is too thin to create lift from wings, regardless how fast you're going. I never knew it was called that. Let me try to remember that.
Kármán line. Well, just play Kerbal Space Program. You learn all the things.
No, thank you.
You don't want to kill a couple Kerbals?
That doesn't sound like a fun game to me.
It would be called Jeb Must Die if we played it.
No, totally. I just like that, like just that. It sounds like a physics lab. It doesn't sound like.
It is a physics lab.
Yeah, I know. That doesn't sound like relax and have fun time to me.
It is if you're drinking and you you barely think about it and just be like, rockets, boom! I blew up another Kerbal! Are we making rockets or missiles? Do the missiles have to hit something specifically? If the answer is no, then we're in. We're good. Got this. Dun, 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 dun. All right, so we got a dropper. I got all the things that I need for a little... No, I don't have all the things I need for the little... Slowly.
I got you a bunch of redstone.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I'm going back for more.
Baby, thanks for bringing me that dust. You know what I do?
Going back for more. That's good.
Have you ever played Sea of Thieves? Yeah. We played with Jordan, actually.
We did play with Jordan.
He blew me up.
It's really fun. It's really fun. I feel like you have to put a lot of time in to get...
See if these nuts fit in your mouth. Yes. Well done.
You know, mass erection. I'm not surprised, bud.
Mass erection with a D's nuts joke? Who would have known?
Where in the world is Kármán San Diego?
Kármán Pile? What is this? This is a bunch of...
Is that a pile of dead Kerbals?
I don't know. You know what? No. Well, there is a Jeb in the middle of it. I see. It reminds me of a quote that the more you think about it, the funnier it gets. At least in my mind. I don't always take out the recycling, but when I do, I look like a raging alcoholic.
That's a good one.
Oh, is that from the thing?
Did you guys get drunk and play Kerbal Space Program?
No, they're at a campsite. There's a bit of drinking involved. I'll bet.
You liked it? Yeah, that was judgy. I don't know if I'm gonna apologize for it either.
Nah. I don't think Hermie's been known to apologize for such things. She's like,
Sometimes I will.
nah.
If people were upset about me saying certain actors had stupid faces, I would be apologetic.
You talking about me from the other night?
What? No.
I wasn't really upset.
You don't have a dumb face.
That's what I meant. I was like, never mind. It's not important at all.
The tree
it's
is far
really
away.
not important at all.
Is the tree far away?
Now I'm trying to remember how we did the timer whapper stoppers.
Timer wrapper stopper. Did you take a picture of it?
No. I'm not working with Legos. I'm working with concepts.
Okay.
The deal is, and this is not that hard. This is why I'm like, but of course it'll happen super quickly then on a Friday, Redstone time.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're going to have that trigger the thing.
I found a bunch more diamonds too. We're gonna have to trade those for something good.
Emeralds, I guess. You could give you a couple sticky pistons.
Who does have a dumb face? Channing Tatum has a dumb face, and Allison Williams has a dumb face.
All right, now we're bringing it back up. So
Sorry.
the problem that it was is that I have a problem as an artist about being judged not based on the work of the art and more on the looks before. Honestly, we lost I've had, and you know where it comes from is having to live that shit. We remember that we played at the bitter end.
Mm-hmm.
That was in front of Disney execs. Mm-hmm. That we had a potential record contract deal. They were there to vet us for a record contract. You know why they didn't sign us?
What?
You don't look good. We didn't like the way you look. You don't have the right look for your music.
I don't remember that.
I know, because you weren't part of that conversation. It wasn't the.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't think you ever told me that.
Yeah, that's why they were like, you don't look. You're like too old looking to have the part, and it was less about me because I'm the fucking drummer. Who the hell cares? Have you ever watched like the little bands that are up front? They have the cute front man boy singer, you know.
Oh sure, yeah.
And then there's like 40-year-old bass player and a
there's
40-year-old drummer.
Yeah, like the good
The
studio
studio
musicians.
guys.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. So for my part, it didn't really matter. But they were like, we can't market your look. That's what they said. And so it's like has nothing to do. And they showed up because they liked the tunes and the music that was good. But they were like, you don't have a marketable look. So there becomes like a overarching. That prejudgment is a little bit of a sore spot for me. That's all I'm gonna say.
Allow me to retort.
Go on.
As humans, we have several points of communication.
Mm-hmm.
We have verbal communication, and we have I feel like facial communication, like nonverbal communication.
Yeah.
And for me, I say have a dumb face, and that's my initial reaction. What I think it actually is people who don't like use their whole face when they're like speaking, engaging, playing a part in a movie.
So you're saying that kid that they go up and this is what happens when you find a stranger in the Alps, Larry. That look that Larry has that whole time. That look, is that the dumb face look?
he does have a dumb face. I didn't think about him. Hold on, let me.
This is what happens when you find a stranger in the house, Larry.
It's a lack of that. It's a lack of that communication. I feel like you do that very well. You have a very expressive face, and to me, like your face, you don't have to say anything. Your look, like just like what your face is saying, says it all. And I think that there's people that they put in acting roles that lack that, and that does not bring it across for me.
Oh my God! You want to talk about like deep philosophical discussions on a Friday? I see what you're saying. I'm totally with you.
Yeah, that's what it means. It doesn't mean this person looks stupid and therefore they're a bad actor. It means that they're lacking in that like nonverbal communication, and therefore they're not believable to me. And I can't. And there's people in real life that like just don't have that. They don't have that like second level of engagement.
Okay, that's fair. So here's a little philosophical point to bring up. So there's a correlation, and it actually is more to do with men than women, that like the non-expressive face is less readable, and therefore you can hide things, also making yourself a better liar. Now, there's a
poker player, right?
Or poker player. Now, there's a correlation between that and people looking to somebody for leadership, but mainly it's the looking through. It's like a psychological experiment. It's like a deep psychological thing that you are secretly wanting approval from a strong male figure, and not having a reaction invokes the strong male figure reactional points.
It's a power move.
It's a power move.
Sure. Yeah. I mean that there's a lot of things that
so I bring this up.
factor in.
I bring this up that a lot of people. I have a lot of leadership qualities. I do. But the fact that I have an expressive face, does that make it so people will question me more?
I don't know.
Because of that same thing. So they're less of approval seeking and more of just show leadership qualities, so therefore must be knocked down, I guess. And there's actually a genuine psychological question, and I think it might be a little bit fair. Your capacity to express doesn't necessarily impact your control over those micro expressions. I agree with that too.
No, you're right. You're right. But when you're watching an art medium on a screen in which you don't have that like in-person vibe you get from the person. So what you have is all you have is what you can see and hear, right? At that point.
True.
Like I feel like those micro expressions are really important, and to me, like when an actor doesn't give those, like it falls flat for me. Think of Matthew Broderick when he said. And Raj, I mean, I feel like a lot of the things that you're saying about how your leadership is interpreted is like the onus is on the leadees, you know?
Right.
Because I feel like how people perceive your you know, expressiveness or, you know, leadership qualities and how that affect, you know, that's all, you know, based on their experiences and how they interpret it, I guess.
That's a good point. And I think it's fair to say that, like, there's a moment of judgment that does occur with like via past experiences, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Anyway,
it's really hard. It's hard to not see.
This is too deep. This is too deep of a conversation.
I know.
For
Can I just say?
Go ahead.
It's just hard. It's just hard to. It's hard to see a leadership figure like not through your own personal lens of authority. You know how you view authority. How you know it's related to how the relationship you have with your parents. Whatever. Blah blah blah.
Right.
So.
Yeah. For sure. I think we'll move on though, because that one's
Too deep for Friday?
too deep for Friday.
Digging deep on a Friday. Down to bedrock. Bedrock. Too deep for Steely Dan. Warm up the kettle.
Oh, I remember how I did this. Ne'er mind you, ne'er they be reminding thee about me. Redstone, the bits of the toggle of the biddy de boo de boo doo.
Disabling shields.
What? You can see Hermes point 2. Oh, about the things, yeah.
About the communication. It's
Yeah,
important,
I totally get you.
And then you have
I think what's very important to mention that your point is extremely valid is that the exact same psychological experiment was not valid for women. It didn't work. There's a different set of communication rules than it was for men.
That's not surprising at all. Do you remember what year the experiment was done?
80s? It was a long time ago. The experiment, if I remember correctly, it was something like it worked something like this. They would purposefully, because every psychological experiment is like, we're testing something that we're not telling you, we're testing you for that,
Sure.
right?
Yeah, because that affects it.
Right. So what they would do is they'd bring in a whole bunch of, there was a group of guys and a group of girls that came in, and what they would say is like, we need you to do something. They're putting them into a moment of lying, right? Like lie, and then they would film the person lying. And they would do there's a whole, usually like in law enforcement, they had this stuff, like how to identify somebody lying and like the different things that humans do. And they would say, based on that scale, how good of a liar were they?
Okay.
All right. And then like how good of a liar they were was immediately dictated for roles of, and then they put them in like a situation where, like a survival situation, where it'd be like the entirety of the exact same group were together. And they'd be like, you need to decide, I don't know, they'd be like, what 10 items to bring on a crashed island or something, right? And they would find out who emerges as the leader. And what they would find is who emerges as the leader is the best liar. Only in men, though. And the reason is because there's like, from the experiment standpoint, they were saying that not being forthcoming with your emotions made people seek approval from you, which puts you in a better leadership position. But that doesn't necessarily make you a good leader. But if you're able to delegate and if the person had the traits to be able to incorporate the ideas and make everybody else feel like they came to a consensus of approval, then they emerge as a leader.
Do you think that's why there's so many people that they have psychopathic tendencies that end up in positions of power?
Very possible. Now, what's very interesting is that the exact same experiment with women, and there was no correlation between the best liars and because there's different set of communication rules. Mm-hmm. So take that what you will.
It makes me think of. It's really interesting when you said that. It makes me think of that. Do you remember like the governor from The Walking Dead?
Yes.
Yeah, like that. He had a lot of like psychopathic or like sociopathic tendencies, and he was like, I was like, why is that guy in charge? It's probably for all those reasons you just said. Mm-hmm. Interesting.
Mm-hmm. Has the study been reliably replicated multiple times? I don't know. I'm not a psychologist and don't.
You don't play one on TV?
I'm the same way that I am with physics. I'm sort of an armchair physicist, but you ask me to do the math for it, and I'm like, yeah. Just tell me the concepts. I don't want to do that mathematical formula. So you'd have to go into it. I don't know what the case study is called, but I know that it is referenced in a lot of psychology things. One study, I know, I'm aware of that too, but it's also a study that.
It's like a psychological study. Which is
pseudoscience. Sorry, psychologists. It's open to interpretation. So here's the thing, and this is the grand debate. The grand debate when it comes down to psychology and science is, if I'm testing for this, I'm looking for this. It's the fact of the observation changes the outcome. Mm-hmm. I can hypothesize a theory And if I get a reliable outcome for what I'm testing for, but it's something different, I could say that's the correlation. But the problem is we don't necessarily know that those are. It's not proof of correlation that it happens, right?
Right.
There's
Right.
the difference between correlation and coincidence.
Sure.
And sometimes,
Correlation doesn't equal causation.
right. The psych teacher in your high school ran that simulation with almost every class. There you go. There you go. So yeah, it's a classic. It is a classic psychological experiment. But I don't know. I don't know the mass results of the study.
And I think it's. I think I don't know if there's ever any definitive. Is there any definitive things in psychology really?
I think that everything is based down to penis envy. I think that was one that everybody agreed on.
Fucking Freud. Song's called Winter Soldier.
I don't know. Look it up. Does anybody? Can somebody find out what the name of that study is called? Maybe we could find some information. I bet the internet's really good at finding this stuff.
The internet.
I know.
Fuck is the internet?
Fuck's the internet? No one ever survived enough to find a leader. Nothing really definitive in psychology.
How'd you survive Mecca? Did they sing you out to it? Did you like Lord of the Flies it up? Go banana! Sometimes a cigar is just a cigar. Tell Mr. Freud that.
It's true. Very similar scenario. The thing is, though, right? Like those kind of things, when it comes down to replication, it's also like it's up to. So say that you're in a science class, right? And maybe you have a shitty science teacher that didn't understand the point of the study and they implement it in a weird way that doesn't actually have a good result. You know?
That would never happen. What are you talking about?
I mean, I'm just saying that maybe that does happen from a lot of times. Class trip and the plane starts going down. Limited time to push 3 crates of supplies out of the plane.
Go banana!
That sounds a lot like a corporate retreat, like group a group effort, a group bonding exercise thing.
I think it's a plot of Lord of the Flies.
Did you account for the variables and try to mitigate them? I didn't do the. I didn't perform the study, Snake. I don't know. You want the details? You're gonna have to look up more stuff. I don't know. I don't know the whole thing. I'm giving you broad strokes and the published results of what they came up with. How well they did the experiment, I don't know. But I like the skepticism. I'm down for the skepticism in it. That's exactly how things move forward.
We should critically think about things. Sometimes, if you critically think about too many things, it crosses the line into skepticism. Some of us have to watch that. That's okay. Get some emeralds at my roommate's door.
It sounds like the plot to Final Destination. Yeah, a little bit it does. Calling in the air
This is gonna take us all the way to the scene of the crash. What are you singing?
They're the same. Sorry, my musical ear can just hear shit. So, in this one, they had they're the same. In the Air Tonight by Phil Collins. They have the same vocal melody that's on here, although it's a little metally and not the same as airy, breathy stuff. But they even the beginning of it is like "In the Air" was the beginning of the vocal line as well, on the same melodic line. All right, so we roll past, we tick it. Once we tick it, we start the timer. Once the timer starts ticking. Which actually we want to go this way with it.
Buy the ticket, take the ride. The ticket.
How do we lock a hopper?
Give it a redstone signal.
Yeah. Right.
I know that answer.
You answered that exactly right, but I didn't ask the question right.
I know that answer.
I
understood that reference.
What's the way to stop a hopper clock though? So I do comparator, right?
Put a little boogie in it. Oh wait,
A boogie?
No, that's wrong.
That's a runny nose, I think.
Oh. Shit.
Well, shit.
Well, shit. I got it confused with all those dad jokes we've been telling.
Lock a piston, right? But I think I need a little bit more. I think I need to be even a little bit more precise than I'm even saying too. So let's put this guy on here. We'll drop this guy in there, right? And then what I want to do.
Here we go now. Look at all this redstone.
Is like all I got to do is this, right? If I lock it like that, right, it just stops. But where does it stop? Right. So it'll stop the entire timer on like this side. I don't know why some people are afraid of flying in the entire history of airfare. Not a single plane has got stuck in the air. Can boats or the cars say the same thing?
Nope. It's absolutely it's irrational.
Yeah, but there's you're not stuck in the air. But it's the speed at which the ground occurs. You know, that I think that's where the fear comes.
The sudden stop at the end. I've never seen a boat or car get stuck in the air either.
It's also true. And every boat can submerge once. At least once. I usually add an additional signal source to the piston so that it extended independent of the comparator. Usually add an additional signal source to the piston so that it's extended independent of the comparator. You mean from this part? So you punch it into this. I think this will solve our problem though, because when you give it a redstone signal, it's essentially locking the hopper this way, right? So right now we have double locked hoppers. If I'm understanding this correctly, we'll do this. That'll start the counting process, right? But if I signal it halfway through, or like that. Hang on a sec. So.
That's why I shouldn't have a light source.
Oh, I got this. It's easy. All that it needs to do to lock it is I need to make sure that it's back in this position before we stop, and then we do that, right? So that's the stop recounter. So okay, I got this. So then I need another comparator. To pause at mid countdown. I don't want to have it pause mid countdown. I want it to be always reset on completion of countdown, but be able to lock. Yo, what's up, Strawberry Pop-Tart? How are you
Hello,
tonight?
Strawberry.
How are you?
It's a nice collection of emotes you got there.
Oh, it's a beautiful collection. I love that. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Pretty good.
It's pretty good.
What do I need? Stone, probably, right? A locked piston will assure that after a while, all counting items are to one side. Exactly. That's exactly what I want to do. A locked piston. So will a locked hopper. I already solved the problem, I guess. You both are the same solution to the same problem.
Yay, Minecraft. Doing good, Strawberry. Doing good. I'm down here for redstone and finding just some redstone, but lots of diamonds. Just so many diamonds. We're gonna have to start learning how to cut these and use them in Industry Rush.
Goddamn right we do.
So we all play cast diamond drill bits.
In that case, why? I do not see. I understand that that's your solution to the problem, but I do not see an advantage to doing that. That's a problem, though, isn't it?
Could be. It has to go halfway around the world, Mecca.
Boom, 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 ba-dum, ba. Not sure. I think the solutions are opposite about which hopper will have the items later. Correct. It doesn't matter which one has the items later. I will utilize it, that being the one that is the count. It doesn't. I'll utilize it in the way that it ends up. All right, so when the topper ticks, this is the redstone signaling that is going to now. Will you trigger a redstone signal on one item? Yes, you will. Cool. Excellent.
Do you notice how much lapis I'm getting too?
Lapis? Oh my god, that's so good though.
Much lapis. Fair amount of redstone.
Fuck. We're trying to be more compact, guys, but I keep running into that same old classic problem.
You need a steam piston.
An esteemed piston?
An esteemed piston? Oh shit. Oh my god. The amount of diamonds. What are we gonna do with these?
Mm-hmm.
The sheer number of diamonds, chat. The sheer number.
Just because it's got that, like, remember that happy song that we used to play all the time?
The one that we did this
Yes.
at the beginning of stream.
This one has a little bit of that kind of vibe.
I can feel it, yeah. For the life of me, I cannot remember the name of the song.
I can't remember that one either, yeah.
We used to play it every day. Do I remember?
Ah.
Allow me to extend this piston to.
I will extend the piston.
At least it's not repetitive. Yeah, this is actually a little too repetitive. It sounds like a piano technique exercise or something. Just repeat this until your fingers know how to do it.
Mm-hmm. 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 I need something better to put in there.
That's what she said.
That'll work. Let me extend this piston to you. You don't mind if I extend my piston, do you, baby?
Excuse me while I whip this out.
No, don't go this way. Don't go this way. Go that way. That way. That way.
Round 2.
This is the Shred remix version, in case you were wondering.
And it should be back here. Okay. Conceptually, that's sound. Okay, now... This looks like a fucking laboratory out here. Which it kind of
I
is.
was gonna say it's not too off.
Now...
Back to the lab again, yo.
Wow.
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 Theme of the week. Wow.
Is positive redstone signal on gate equal to the square root of 15.2? Alright, got it.
Did you just ask that on a Friday?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Round 2.
We're on round 3, I think, are we?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe.
4.
Oh, round 4.
We're behind.
Oh shit! I didn't know they had this many lyrics. Man, I didn't know you were so deep.
That was a good one.
Oh shit, man.
Oh shit.
Do we want to block before the zombie in place? That's a great point, actually.
Zombie schmomby. Oh, my inventory's getting full.
Yeah. I don't know, dude. But I kind of do. But yeah, I don't. But yeah, I do. But yeah, I don't. But yeah, I do. Right?
Remix.
Yeah, that's a good point. Because like getting the zombie in here is just gonna be like taking a bunch of damage. It'll tick, but most likely not die. True. Or does
Final round.
spike it up there? All right. Should probably take this out by 1. But you should probably sleep. I've probably been sleeping a long time.
Yeah, I know. I'll sleep. I'm coming up.
I'm coming out of the booth.
Dropping off all of my redstone. Sleeped.
Sleeped, slept, slunked, banana.
It's too early. It's too early. Look at all this redstone. Oh my god, Raj.
Opposite that. Need to invert the signal. All right, I'll explain what the hell I'm doing. Damn, Raj, is there a metal version of that? Yes, there is. The other one I heard was there's a Halloween metal like version song. There's oh my god, that's like chills good.
What?
Of Nightmare Before Christmas, or no, not Nightmare Before Christmas. Yeah, this is Halloween.
Yeah, was it the Marilyn Manson version?
Oh, not the Marilyn Manson version. That's not what I'm thinking of. It's more like Paramore type of vocals.
There's an entire metal album of Nightmare Before Christmas.
I'm sure there is, yeah.
I think I downloaded it for Skinner Bees.
I can't remember. I saw it today. It was on one of the TikToks I saw. I should probably share these. They're so good. But like this girl had probably the most clean. This is gonna sound so weird, but you know the metal screamo voice. Mm-hmm. She had the most on pitch, clean scream I've heard.
Was it Halo Scene? Halo Scene? She has a really clear, like, good pitchy,
like it's
good pitched voice.
It's a good pitch, but it's like still.
Oh
right?
no, hers is clear.
No, this is a metal like screamo, but it's clean, it's on pitch, and it's like the best screamo voice I've heard, and it sounds. I don't want to ever do that again. That was horrible.
It's not easy. Nightmare Revisited. Yeah, This Is Halloween was done by Marilyn Manson on that album. Some of them are good and some aren't. That's probably one of the better ones. I'm trying to remember what other ones are. What's This by Flyleaf? I have to listen to that again. It's been a while.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's not gonna stop it, is it?
The Hell Singer chick? Is that her last name or is that the band name? both are acceptable answers. Yeah, I gotta listen to this. It's been a while. Raj isn't gonna remember that.
What? Oh yeah, no, I won't. I don't think I want it opposite, actually. I want the default to be closed. Because the timer starts when September... Oh, shit.
Hell Singer, the metal-based FPS rhythm. Oh, shit. I knew that sounded familiar from somewhere.
All right, so default's closed, right? Minecart comes through. Hits the thingy. No, go. It stops. Timer begins. Timer ends. Cart moves on. And the timer's the reset point. That'll work. That will work. Okay.
Very nice.
Are you impressed with my Friday redstoning?
I am.
Would
I'm
you
very
like?
impressed.
Would you like a walkthrough?
Yeah.
All right, check it out.
Absolutely.
So, the villagers are going to come up here, right?
Okay.
And then we have
Just
we,
like
have,
this?
we have a switch that this is where I started tonight,
Okay.
right? This is the yeet versus the yeet and greet switch,
Yeet and greet switch.
right? One of them is going to be zombie, one of them is going to be the yeet. All right, this one, its current state, this is zombie, and then
Okay.
yeet's going to be that way. All right, so then the car comes up here, and depending on that switch is right here. All right, so the car comes out. This is the zombie station, right?
Okay.
The car comes up here, and boop, car gets stuck right there
On this gate.
on this gate. This is where zombie gonna sit.
Okay.
Zombie,
Okay.
zombie boy gonna be like,
That was very accurate. I really get the sense of the zombie.
are you getting the feel for
yeah,
it?
yeah.
Right here. You know, he's just chilling. You know, he's just like, you know, that kind of stuff. But simultaneously, some things are going on behind the scenes. It gets triggered by the detector rail here when the cart passes through. Boom, 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 triggering this redstone signal, which then triggers this dropper to move that one piece of scaffolding into the other dropper, thus sending a signal to this comparator, which goes into this block, that goes into a redstone torch, that touches onto this block, that touches onto this one, it says, unlock the hopper, and begin the count. Then, only after that count is done, gate opens, cart moves on.
Villager is now zombified.
Villager is now zombified. Goes back to where he came from. Go back to the hole of which you came.
Put that thing back where it came from, or so help me.
And then, timer, after gate opens, is when the timer switches back, transferring a redstone signal out of this redstone block right here, down to here, resetting the dropper, making this go back to its original position here. Would you like to see it all in action?
Ready for the next zombie. Of course I would. The next villager.
All right, here we go. So,
Raj, remind me, do you remember that one time that in Pee-wee's Big Adventure that he called like everybody down to the basement so he could explain what he thought happened to his bike?
yes.
Yep, that's what that reminded me of.
Cool.
That was very good.
So just imagine there's a villager getting zombified right now. All right, you haven't seen anything
I'm
happen.
picturing it in my head.
But what has happened is that timer has started. You see? And now the timer is the reset timer. Now we're waiting for the reset. There it is. Done.
All right.
Cool, huh?
Excellent. I love it.
Works pretty good.
Very well done, especially on a Friday. I've supplied you with a bunch more redstone.
Excellent. I'm going to need it.
feeling the old stretchies today.
Yep. I think it's time to take a break here.
That's a good idea.
Okay. Do we want to do zombie today?
Well, last time we had, remember that one time you just walked right into the cart?
Yeah, it was true.
I mean, not that it's going to be that easy, but maybe.
Now this is tried and tested. This is gonna work fine, Mocktrello. Yeah, but the thing is, and that's the beauty of it, right? There's no right way to do this. In fact, I'd challenge you, even myself, to build this exact system again. It'll never happen. This is a one, conceptually, not the, nothing new conceptually here. There's a lot of things we've already done. However, this particular array of blocks altogether is unique in its own way, which is what's great about vanilla redstone.
All right, I'm going to log out so you don't have to patiently wait for me.
Okay, I like it. I already did build this last time. I did, yeah. All right, we'll be right back.
BRB!
We're back, everybody.
Yes.
Thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. And yeah, check out the YouTube, guys. We are trying to get watch hours up over there. We will be doing some more content that way. All kinds of various things. You know.
Things.
YouTube stuff.
Things.
There's also
Whatnot.
We are actually 2,000 views away from 100K this month.
Yay.
Which is pretty good.
Loving it.
It's pretty good. Shorts are performing well.
Good job on the shorts.
You too.
Thanks. We're coming into pants weather, so
Your
your
responsibility in this particular case is
listening intently.
Listen and laugh.
I know sometimes they're hard to laugh at, I'm not gonna lie.
You don't have to laugh. You just have to react.
I go, ooh.
You can ooh.
This bad.
You can ooh.
This bad. So if I think there was only one that was just like, oh.
Oh, terrible.
Yeah.
Oof. Thanks for welcome back, guys.
Lurk away, Red Fog. Lurk away.
Do we do zombie wrangling? Is that where we're at?
Yeah, do you want to do
you want a zombie wrangle?
I mean,
Wrangle the dangle?
It's getting to be like late afternoon in games, so. Should we break down some torches or?
Yeah, down over here. Yeah, I'm just gonna give a nice little line here.
A little spawnable area here.
Can we make sure the upper area is not spawnable? That's gonna be the play here. That's gonna be the play. The dog with no legs was less a laugh and more of a groan.
Oh my god, that was groan worthy.
Hey, remember, you know how you know when a dad joke's a dad joke when it's fully grown.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Stop that. No.
Kiki is barking at me to get off the computer. She's being very needy tonight.
Is it a doggo? I assume. I was gonna assume because you said barking, it was a dog, but I'm like, I guess it could be a person.
That could be a person.
I mean,
Woof. Woof.
what is it, boy? Could be stuck in a well.
Yo, snake is in the tier 3. Thank you guys.
So nice. Thanks for the support.
I'm gonna say this: the support tonight, guys, really means a ton to us.
Yes.
It has been a very, very difficult and honestly worrying 2 weeks of like, because here's the problem with doing content creation, and it's like a double-edged sword. So in order for us to not have to focus on other sources of income, we need to be able to be like, are we going to be able to trust that this is an income to pay our bills, right? What's up, back, please? How you doing?
Hello.
And it's been worrying some that it might not be able to be, and when that becomes the case, then it's like our focus then needs to be driven towards other things,
right? Like how to pay the bills. And that can definitely affect like how much we stream and shit like that. Absolutely.
So, it does mean a lot to us, and it does relieve a lot. And this month is going to be already extremely tight. Yeah. Currently tired.
Yeah, that seems like a mood going around.
All right. Do we got carts? I have a cart.
I was just gonna ask if you had a cart because I don't have any iron on me.
I did. I got a cart. Now let's get away from this area though.
Oh yeah.
So like zombie spawn over there or something.
What?
Just watch out for the old creepers though.
Yeah.
Went to a big event last night. What'd you go to?
Was it a haunted hayride? Sounds like something people do at this time of year.
Dude drowned. Hear me out. Dude drowned. Die in sunlight. Or do they drown outside of water?
I think drowned if they're outside of water in sunlight.
Sunlight that will kill them. We know that, right?
They desiccate.
Do they dry out? I'm not sure that they dry out. Like, could we use a drown for this? So that being said, thank you, guys, seriously, from the bottom of our hearts, because you are genuinely alleviating some stress from us. Yes. And that cannot be, and hopefully it's reciprocated back.
Right, and we are looking into ways to diversify and all that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So it's less dependent on direct support.
Correct.
But that being said, if you would like to be able to support us in a free way, please watch some YouTube content. Not the shorts, unfortunately, those don't count toward watch hours, but
still watch the shorts to be entertained.
yeah. If we get more watch hours, though, we have the chance of a YouTube partnership and monies.
Okay, so all right, what you're saying? They turn into zombies outside of water. If they
Yeah.
go into the sun,
Yeah,
they
yeah.
burn. Okay, so we could use it then.
If we, I guess if we wrangle one up here, we can.
I just saw one in the water over here, so let's see.
Get it!
Come here, bud.
You went to Fright Night, which is a horror night? Okay, cool.
Oh, nice.
Is it one of those things where, like, you have people that dress up as scary things?
Come to me, gurgly friend. Do they come out of water? Will they walk out of water by themselves? Or do I need to boat them or something?
I have a boat if you need it.
Well, if I'm in here with you, are you going to hurt me? Yep. Could you imagine that be the way we lost our world?
Oh my
Holy
God, Raj,
shit.
Get out of the fucking drowned boat.
So now if we sleep, do they become a zombie?
He's gonna burn up right there, though.
Yeah, we'd have to, like, protect him. That was scary. It
can I
actually
push
made me a
the
little
boat?
nervous.
Can I push the boat?
I don't think you can, actually.
Interesting.
Let me think about this a sec. So we do this. Oops.
Like a zombie apocalypse. Did you ever see those zombie fun runs? Like, I guess people dress up like zombies and like run after you, and then you get exercise because you're running away from zombies.
That's a good way to go about it.
Yeah, I mean, if you, I am that averse to exercise, but if you are, that you need to run away from zombies to, make yourself run. Guess it is what it is.
Run for fun.
What kind of fun is that? Oh, there's another one.
Okay, so what I'm thinking is this, right? So we do this.
Raj,
Yeah.
this one might come on land.
Cool. Yeah, bring it over here.
This is the way. Screw you, stupid boat drowned.
Damn it.
Almost.
Was it on me?
No, he's on me.
Okay.
You push.
Well, I don't want him next to it. He needs to be. Oh, never mind. That works. That'll work. You live there now. Oh, look! Look at the overachiever. Look at the overachiever.
He even grabbed it. He even grabbed an item.
Hey, did.
He's like, I'm persistent, you guys. What had a chainsaw? That's intense. Okay, he has a block over him.
Yeah. I had that part covered. I had at least that part covered. Well.
Well,
So we're thinking that this guy is going to dry out and become a zombie. Is that the mechanism that
theory?
happens?
Is that the theory?
Oh my god. Did that guy already die?
I killed him.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, took care of him.
You took care of him,
Took
Hermie?
care of him.
Killed what needed to be killed?
That's right.
It reminds me of that we were at that little circus thing that we're at the
Oh
one
my
Twitch party.
God, at the Queen
At the
Mary?
Queen Mary? Yeah. Oh, speaking of which, have you guys heard about this lore? The Titanic never sunk. All right. So there was a sister
That
ship.
sounds like a conspiracy theory, Raj.
There was a sister ship of the Britannia, right?
Right.
Of the two ships, the Titanic and the Britannia was the one that was a little bit less in worse condition. It was a little bit more rattled, required much more cost of maintenance. So there's a theory out there that they changed the names of the ship and then essentially scuttled it on purpose. for the insurance money.
Weirder things have happened.
Yeah. And like there's a couple things that are like a little bit on the plausible side. Is that on the ship of the Titanic, all the financially boat competitors were on the ship.
I've heard of that too, and that's interesting, isn't it?
And
that's an interesting
the owner of the
coincidence.
Lone Star specifically canceled at the last minute.
Yes.
And like all this, it's
There is. I mean, I'm not gonna.
yeah.
I don't know a lot about it.
It might have been the Olympic, but one of those three ships was under like a little bit in disrepair, and there's a conspiracy theory out there that
It was a big insurance scheme.
it was an insurance scheme. Yeah.
My God.
And
Leonardo DiCaprio did not teach me about that in that movie.
What in the wild world of insurance fraud is this?
All I learned about was a 2-cylinder car sex and
Oh, he was a persistent little bugger for a 2-cylinder.
you're older than Leo likes his women to be. No offense. I mean, I'm like of an age where I can think for myself.
No offense, though.
No, it's like Logan's Run. Like their gems turn dark at like 25. Sometimes almost to the day.
There's a whole skit about that. That's like, it's like, Lou Dreyfus, who Elaine, what's her name?
Yeah, Julia Louis-Dreyfus.
I wanted to say Mary for some reason. It's with her and a few other things, and they were like, "Congratulations, you're finally unfuckable." That's what they said.
I saw that.
Did you see that shit? Where they're like, where Hollywood and all the shows deem you as like, they're like, you ever notice how Sally Field becomes the love interest, and all of a sudden it's their mom?
Yep.
Like, I was like, oh god. I was like, oh Jesus Christ, that's terrible.
And 100% true.
I know. It's a sad skit at the same time, right?
I know. I mean, kind of, as long as, I mean, I feel like that representation is getting a little better as far as, diversity and all sorts of things, race and age and all that stuff, so.
At the same time, I'm over here going,
I still do her.
Exactly. I'm going,
I'd still do her. You can appreciate a woman with a developed frontal lobe. See, you like when women have their own thoughts.
I do.
That's the thing. Like, I feel like those women are role models to me. I'm like, they're beautiful and wise and intelligent and have like
And
a
fucking
lot
funny,
to say.
dude.
Funny, right? They'd be a blast to hang out with.
Yeah, yours is for a different reason. But it's less of like,
Yeah, it's not because you don't like. Well, yeah, it's exactly because you don't like women, but.
my genitals don't get excited by those genitals.
Exactly.
Is that the most primal way to put that?
Yeah, I mean, that's what it is. There's no use in making like more of it. It just is what it is, right?
Yeah.
It is what it is. Julia Gulia. Why is that funny?
Julia Gulia. Oh no.
Why is that funny?
Oh, that's new. If someone I follow schedules a stream, I can have Twitch remind me when they go live. That should have been a thing for a very long time, but yes, that's how following should work.
They can still
Theoretically.
become VTubers.
They can still become VTubers. Ugh, true. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but I find like when I was in, I've always been like attracted to my own age group. Always. You know what I mean? Like when I was a teenager.
Like shared life experience. Type
Yeah,
of thing?
shared life experience. And I find it to be a little less like, not that I can't get along with somebody that's like younger of the generation, but I don't find it attractive in that way, right? It's just like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yes, I know exactly what you mean.
it's like, nah, yeah. What's wrong with large jungle cats? Nothing much.
I don't know.
There's nothing wrong with that. They're just,
I don't know if anybody said anything about large jungle cats, did they?
I think he's talking about cougars.
I know he's talking about cougars, Raj.
Okay.
I get
I mean,
it, but nobody said anything about cougars. Nobody said anything about cougars. Implies not necessarily only older, wiser women, but
Those are
older,
the ones that are
wiser
hunting
wo-
for younger men.
Right. That's what cougar implies, that you're hunting for younger men.
Yes.
And I don't think that any of the examples we were talking about that any of those women were hunting for younger men. Which if they are, it's fine, you know, as long as we're all over the age of consent, whatever.
Hey, for sure.
It's like that. It's a little bit like. It's a little. It goes in hand to me with that sketch when they're like, oh, it's, you know, you're unfuckable now, which means you automatically have to go chasing. I feel like that implication. I don't know if it's just my interpretation of it.
I've noticed more of that changing, and I hope that is a trend that goes up. And I don't hate it at all. I don't. Yeah, but yeah, it's definitely been a casting thing for a problem. And you know what else is changing too is the racial casting as well. But like, because can we get away with The Last Samurai not being you know, Tom Cruise again? You know what I mean? Like The Last Samurai, that's The Last Samurai.
Yeah, it was like a book, right? I mean, even if it is a book, even if he's a white guy in the book, maybe we just don't need to make that movie.
Regardless of the actual thing, when you think samurais, or not even maybe that specific example,
it's a Japanese thing.
Yeah, that could be a Japanese. I think that would be better cast as a Japanese person in that role. But I think we're getting away with that too. Like, I love the fact that there is. Oh my God, I saw the cutest things, and it was actually really, really awesome to see. Was little girls reacting to the Black Mermaid.
Oh my God!
Saying like,
I
"Oh my
cried.
God," they felt represented, and I was like, "Aw!"
I cried.
That was
very
so
sweet.
good.
I know. It was very
It was
sweet.
so good, and then all the backlash is just like, "Yeah, you look a little racist right now, bro." You know,
Yeah,
like,
that's not
it's not a good look. It's just like, what does it matter? And like. You were like, well, actually, if there was no sunlight down in the ocean, it would be more accurate. I'm like, dude, fuck. First of all,
mermaids are fish colored. Exactly. Like we're talking about mythical creatures.
I'm just like, why are we, you know?
Bad look.
It's a bad look. But we talked about psychological studies, and I heard something about this one too. That there's a, it's like the more we're exposed to it, the less it's a bias, or something like that.
Yeah, probably the less that we were even going to notice it.
Right.
Exactly.
And that's kind of like the point, right?
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, let's get back to the other things. If we're gonna nitpick about the Little Mermaid, all right, let's be honest, right? She is basically she is the daughter of a king, all right? And if you really look at all the behavior, it is a lot of spoiled behavior that she has. Got servants and the fish bowl, you know, and at the same time she's got this. She's always telling about how many thingamabobs she's got. I have 17 thingamabobs. Look at this.
But who cares? No big deal. I want more.
Exactly.
Right? Like being a mermaid princess isn't good enough. I want to be where the people are on the land.
They were all Steely Dan's. I got this thing about. Hold on. Bring the kettle.
First of all, we're underwater. Second of all, there's no merginas. That's probably why. She didn't.
How
care
is there
about,
no mer Chinas? There's fish Chinas.
I don't know anything about. Fish
Or at least a
Chinas.
place where eggs come out, where the
Oh,
where the males
here we
just
go.
tourbillon over it to fucking make. Oh, the molten core! Are we losing our
The male
minds?
just tourbillons. Oh, I don't honestly not know that much about fish reproduction.
I think
I
the
really
female
don't.
lays
Oh my
eggs
God.
and then the male inseminates the eggs outside the fish. I heard one today that was like the salmon. It was like they were like, salmon, the mighty salmon swims upriver back to its homelands in order to the spawning grounds. And they were like, you know what that equivalent is? You're like, yo, do you want to do it? You want to get a little busy? Yeah, cool. You want to go back to my parents' place now?
Tiny salmon swimming in the seas. Wait, the Futurama covers this?
Does it
Of
really?
course they do. Of
course it
Thank
is.
you. I want to see. You want to see a penis?
So if you're a mermaid, a mammal, or a fish, if you've been at sea this long, I don't think it matters there, Snake. Did you see those hips? Oh boy. My loins don't care.
Wait, did I see that?
I'm like a
I think I
USB-C
saw
adapter.
that
Yes,
one.
yes.
The Lost City of Atlanta. I'm gonna have to watch it again. People that farm salmon caviar are effectively spawn camping. Any caviar, right?
Yes, they're effectively spawn camping.
But I feel like no, Hasika, we have not started drinking. We're a little low on sleep insanity, but
It's true. It's true. But we did get a quote-unquote zombification, man. Ariel has breasts. Does that make her a mammal?
she's half and half, right? She's the bottom half is fish.
Actually,
she could be half manatee.
if we're gonna, well, actually, doesn't that make them a chimera?
Ooh, Raj busting up the Greek root words.
You know what I'm saying, right? Ariel's a chimera.
More in common with a platypus.
Mmm. Oh shit, right? So now, but that also doesn't limit us to 2.
No, it does not.
That means we could implement more animal features that we want for your crazy aquatic fantasies, I guess.
Wait, so you're putting Perry the platypus in the Little Mermaid world? I'm here for it.
I mean,
I'm
sure.
here for it.
Yeah, okay.
I think if we could get, I'm a big fan of Dan Povenmire, who created Phineas and Ferb. Even though I don't watch much Phineas and Ferb because the kids didn't really watch it.
Which one of these fuckers don't we care about right now?
Most of them.
I
would
kind
say
of want to test.
The only one we do care about right now is the farmer, I think.
The only one? Even that's our easy reset, 'cause that's like the easiest of resets, really.
I just think it's weird a Jamaican crab got them to make out. I mean, he had some help. He had some help with all the singing fish and shit. Make the mermaid a boy, make it the real unrequited love story it was originally supposed to be.
Oh shit! There's definitely fanfic, some shit like that, Scarlet. I guarantee you that happens on the internet. So, the problem that I have with that is like, so a dude takes a girl on a date, and like they need the crowd to be like, hey, you want to have intentions with her. Really? You know what I mean? Like, no, I
Well, if he doesn't, she's gonna turn into one of them poor, unfortunate, like, you know, withered soul things.
Let's not glance over the glaring problem of the
There's a lot of clear.
of like, you know what the most attractive woman in the sea is? One that doesn't talk and plays with forks than with her hair.
I mean, you know, we're already there, aren't we?
yeah.
Like the story itself is like not. Great.
I think it's time to test our system.
I do too.
Do we think this is going to be enough? 21? I'm going to give it 32 just to be sure. Because I think the active observation will cause problems here. Yo, RC Gaming for 16. Let's go. What's going on this Friday? Thank you guys for so much support on Friday.
Thank you for the resub. RC Gaming, good to see you. I just watched the whole season of Dairy Girls Era Macro. It creeps in.
So a love doll. Yeah, kinda.
So is this automatic converter a new thing to 119, or will this work in earlier Minecraft versions?
Let me think. Is there anything in here that will not work in previous Minecraft versions?
I feel like the redstone would be different because...
Nope. There's no
well,
redstone.
how far are we going back? There wasn't always observers.
Well, you'd have to have observers, yeah.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying.
That's pretty far back, though, Arms.
Yeah, I guess.
No, this would work in previous Minecraft versions. All right, are you guys ready for a trial? Let's give her a go.
Are you strong enough to survive the trials?
Now, we don't have the ability right now to de-zombify them. We don't have weakness potions or enough apples or anything like that.
Well, then pick not the farmer then.
Yeah, I know. I'm going to do this first guy.
Okay.
You ready?
Yeah.
Don't look. Don't go. Stop. Get back. Damn it.
I forgot. I'm sorry.
Fuck.
My bad. I fucked it up.
Ooh. Okay. Got a couple other problems here, too.
We're testing. $111 observers were added. Villagers have gone through a lot of iterations since then.
Yeah, that was my fault right there. I didn't complete the track.
There we go. We tested, right?
You can't observe because as soon as the guy aggroes you, then he stops working.
I know it, and I forgot about it.
113.
I can't remember any of my versions. Ursula is one of my favorite Disney villains, though.
She is damn good, yeah.
Ursula, Scar.
What was villager trait added? Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, obviously though, if the villager trader isn't in there, you wouldn't want to do this really anyway.
That's true. Yeah, I know, Scarlet. Started up in that active. You're fine, RC. Thanks for the resub though. Been playing some FN. Fortnite. Is that what FN is? I figured it out. I came to that conclusion.
He took damage because of this block right here, right? Yep.
Like FN. Fork knife spoon.
All right, he should be good there. 32. Let's see if I can get this. So we have no chance of aggroing that guy.
I thought Fallout Nation, which doesn't exist. I made a new game for that.
I see FN and I think, fucking nothing, dude.
I don't hear anything happening, do you?
I think we're gonna have to go away. He hit the zombie, and as soon as you walked over there, it stopped hitting, and it hasn't hit since.
All right.
So we're gonna have to walk away for a sec. But I did kind of cover it up, so it should be good. We have to de-aggro that drowned.
We don't have to go full 128, do we?
No. Do that good old reset. Yep. Maybe a sleep. That's always good.
Sleep next to the sugar cane.
sugar honey, honey. Run away! Brave Sir Raji ran away.
When danger reared his ugly head, he bravely turned his tail and fled. Brave, 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 brave Sir Raji.
All right. Going again. Oh, Cyber, hello.
Hello.
Why you no hurt the villager? Hurt them, hurt them. Save you, hurt them, hurt them.
Pop over the nether.
Yeah,
Nether
but I
and
don't have
back.
any more gold. My gold helmet is
You
gone
should have.
and broke.
Well, all we have to do is pop over and back. But you can go to visit the Skelly farm.
True.
There's quite a bit of gold armor down there.
As long as there's not a dude standing right here, it should be fine anyway.
I'll save you.
Save me, hurt them, hurt them.
Save them, hurt you. I've got it.
Yeah, it was one of the most downloaded mods of all time, actually. Red Fox. Morpheus was one of the biggest things ever.
Does he care about villagers during the day?
Ooh.
That might be why we can't use a drowned. We might have to use a real zombie. He might not care about villagers during the day.
True.
Drowned have weird aggro table things.
They do. It works
there-
when the villager can see them, but you're right. The drowned aggro table is strange.
I bet if you put like water on both of them, if it's possible, that would work. Or we could get a real zombie. Vanilla slow rolling and modded features. Pistons were once a mod, remember?
I am going to say that this is...
It's
First
a-
of all, the system is working fantastic.
It is. I mean,
I just did the first
yeah,
three.
it's going great.
I'm going to say that it is a drowned
It's gonna be a drowned aggro thing.
aggro problem.
Yep. Because drowned don't care during the day if they're not both in the water with you.
Here's a perfect... Yeah, look, I'm standing. I'm here.
Yep. He doesn't care about you. Now, if you were both in water, it'd be different.
Right. If there was water here, then they would care.
That's why we need a real zombie. Sorry, bud. You're fired.
Could we put water there?
Oh, what's in there?
Waterlogged stairs?
Well, when this gate opens, if there's like a sign, no, you can't put a sign there, can you?
Actually, I'm very curious about this. Hold up. If we do a sign...
I had some somewhere. Where? I don't know.
It's for wood. You can waterlog the tracks now. Oh.
Yeah, we can. Here, I got your sign. Oh, do we need it? Do we need the sign?
I don't think so.
Interesting.
All right, let's try it again. Back up. Come on up.
I'm coming up.
Actually, it wouldn't matter because they won't aggro us anyway. This actually might be cleaner now that I think about
Maybe.
it. Because they won't aggro us because we'll never be in the water.
Hey,
As long as he makes it through.
infects.
That was my
Zombie
concern.
villager groans.
That's my concern right there.
What?
Because it's in the water, it doesn't move nearly as quickly.
Ah.
However,
Yeah, the drown.
I would have to power the rail there, maybe?
He's going to be wet before railing the villager. Oh my god. That's how drowns are. Filthy. We might have to.
I could power this rail right there, maybe. I'm just thinking about how to do it.
It can connect to this powered one behind it. Probably follows the player attack rule, yeah.
I think this will still work.
If you make both of these powered, will the gate still stop it?
You mean if this is powered right there?
Yeah.
I think that'll fuck up the gate.
Okay.
Maybe.
We'll try it.
Look at where it go. Well, that's a problem. He might die.
We have a bunch of
It's fine. We can replenish
people
him.
willing to take his place.
That works.
Oh, it does work.
All right, now if I waterlog that now.
We waterlog it now. Yeah, it's closer.
Shit. Fuck! No, bud! That was bad. How bad was
Wash
it?
away your redstone.
Not much. Actually, I think it's only one
Okay,
thing.
good.
Okay, good.
I was a little concerned about water buckets willy-nilly around all this redstone dust.
Yeah. But then that goes there. I think we're still good. That should be on that. Okay.
Did you put this lever back?
What lever? Oh,
There's a
that lever.
missing.
Yeah.
Right here.
Yeah. No.
Oh, I
where's
have
the
it.
lever?
I have it. I didn't realize I had it. Sorry.
There you go. Cool. All right. Let's give that or that a go.
I didn't realize I had that lever. It's just sitting, just chilling in my inventory.
I think we're extraordinarily lucky that guy didn't
Die.
not die. I don't care about that. But that being said, maybe I should, for scientific purposes and reasons, this is an experiment.
Do you need more wood?
Yes.
Raj, I have some right here.
What?
I have some right here.
Well, I've already gone and jumped back over to the boxes.
Sure have. Unnecessarily, I might add.
I was gifted these pickles.
My friend told me to use herbs in my cooking to add more flavor. It was sage advice.
Oh, man. That was a little rough there, but I loved it, though. Thank you so much for the
Sage
bits.
Advice. Yes, thank you for the bits.
It was sage advice.
We all know how the dad jokes are. If we're groaning,
You did it
you're
right.
doing your job.
All right. Actually, I kind of need this guy to die.
You can only vociferate so many times.
I know, right? God dang, that's so good, isn't it?
It's a good system. The message elevation feature, it just reminds me of YouTube.
Oh, you can pay us to have your message be bigger.
It just reminds me of YouTube. Like, I don't know. I don't feel like it's a thing that we needed. There's a zombie flesh over there.
Yeah, so I killed a guy.
Oh.
But here's the thing. This is exactly how things are supposed to work. This is exactly how it's supposed to go. Because we have press button get villager,
We have-
replenish villager.
We have a pool of applicants right here.
And now it's time to test the system. Can we zombify this son of a bitch right here? Are you ready?
Let's go. Oh, you have to ask if that villager's ready.
I hear it.
Yep. Villager hurts. Zombie infects. There you go.
You like the idea of targeting only when a waterlogged rail? If it turns out not to work, you can still use a zombie villager to carry the disease?
Disease.
Oh, true.
Yeah, I kind of like the drown thing actually.
I like the drown thing too, because then they're not going to give a fuck.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if we're around here. He's worried about the one in the water.
So we could probably even lower the timer by a significant amount because of that.
Yeah.
Which is why we use the timer, so we can really, really dial this in. Does look like it doesn't quite do it for 30 blocks either, or 32.
Drawn to regular as long as it's day. Yeah, since we're in hardcore, we're not going to be doing this at night.
Mm-hmm.
Really, we're not going to be moving villagers around at night.
No, we
That's
won't.
bad idea. That's a bad idea. Raj, this is a great system. You've done very well.
I think it's pretty good. And drowned is greater than regular as long as it's day. Yeah, I like this system. I think that this is
I
a
think we might.
positive tweak.
Yeah.
The problem is though, drowned are not always going to be an easy catch.
Right.
We just happen to be in a spot that's going to work pretty good for us.
Also, the fact that I'm a drown magnet.
Yeah, that's true. But this is
Literally.
we are in a very drowned prone area.
That we are. What do you think?
What do you do to detect conversion? It's a time. It's on a timer. Yeah. So what we do is like we mathed this out last time to like what is the maximum amount of time it will take for them to do it.
The old lady found a rabbit in her refrigerator. Wabbit, she said, what are doing in my refrigerator? This is a Westinghouse, isn't it? The rabbit asked. Yes, she replied. Well said, rabbit. I'm just a Westing.
He's a Weston in a Westinghouse. God.
That is rough.
Is that like a Bugs Bunny joke? Because I could literally hear Bugs Bunny saying that in my head.
It's about a 32 blocker hopper check amount of time. Yes. And I think that we could probably get away with something like 16. Yeah, you've returned to see what's happening.
Sup, Jolly?
What's up, Jolly? How you doing?
Well, you've arrived near the end of stream. Raj has tweaked our auto zombificationer. We have a drowned in there, and he's zombifying our villagers.
We don't have a way to unzombify them yet because we don't have the their splash potions yet. But that's good. Now, I'm gonna eat the guy.
Oh, he's on fire.
Yeah, that'll work
You
for now.
yeeted him.
He's
Getting rid of him.
technically yeeted.
You gave him his pink slip.
He's
You fired him.
Technically yeeted at the moment.
It's okay because we have a job and a whole pool of applicants to fill it.
That's right. And since the system works perfectly, go ahead and refill the position, Herms.
Would you like me to refill the position?
I would.
Oh, go ahead and dismiss the other nanny, sir. The others? Yes, the others. How many nannies does she think we need in this house?
I'm going to turn the villager breeder back on as well.
It's the line of nannies from Mary Poppins.
All right, I am going to take random. Pick a number between 5 and 9, chat. 5 and 9. Between 5 and 9.
First one?
7. 6.9. 7. All right, 7 it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You're the lucky contestant on the next Price is Right.
He's like, oh shit.
Fuck. Oh shit! I put him in the yeet. Oh.
I was just gonna say that we didn't flip the lever, did we?
All right. Yeah, he was in the yeet mode. All right, we're gonna try 7 again. Hold on. Don't touch anything, Herms. You didn't touch anything, right?
I'm not touching anything. I'm making it easier to... I'm making it easier for the operation points. You see what I did?
What? Oh, you signed it over there?
I signed it eat and greet.
Eat and greet. Guess who's back? Back again.
Indeed.com applicants.
Right.
Most builds are watch villager than hit button. Yeah, see? Well, if anybody asks you, like, where'd you have this amazing auto villager idea? Yeah, we all play cast. You should check them out.
Oh, we need some glow squid on that.
Oh, yeah, we do. Once we have some, we're on it. What's for dinner? Raj and I had Chinese earlier.
We did. I'll have Chinese
Very
later.
good.
Much later. 'Cause it's a drinking kind of night. It's been a drinking kind of week. You mad, bro? Replenish applicant, please.
Your resume has been found acceptable.
How good is that? All right, so
Awesome.
All right, so I'm gonna go to the yeet. No, we're gonna go to the greet. We're on the greet. We're gonna greet number 8 now. Let's see if it works. Boom.
We should make greet green when we get it. Yeet is red and greet is green.
I'm gonna stand here. What I'm expecting to see is a zombie in this hole right there. I'm pointing at it. You can't see that though.
I'm not mad. I'm just decomposting. Not even decomposing. You're decomposting.
Can we get some claps all around, chat?
Yay!
Hermie, would you like to press the yeet lever?
I will press the yeet lever just for you.
Press the yeet lever. And shall we go ahead and get rid of this guy in stall number 8? I feel like he is not up for the task.
Your resume has been found lacking. You didn't pass the background check. Sorry, bud.
And you may now
Ooh, that's too
refill
bad.
the position.
All right. I'm going to change this back to greet.
Mm-hmm. Fresh new applicant, ready for work. Oh, the system is too good.
It's amazing. I'm such a fan. Such a fan.
Now, for next week, we have to get a proper yeet.
We do have to get a proper yeet. We also have to, once we get the yeet in place and we know what we need to work around, we have to enclose it.
Oh, we definitely have to enclose this. This
For
will be
sure.
a problem. I am very much a fan, though, of the drowned method, because the drowned method takes away a variable from us, and that's awesome.
Do villagers need beds to sleep in the trading hall?
No, they do not. Villagers do not need to claim a bed in order for them to go through the trading cycle. No, clue house. I have an idea.
That's good. I don't have an idea, so I don't really know how these things work. So we'll have to figure that out again.
What, the yeet? Yeah, the yeet?
I don't really know how the yeeters work.
The yeet is going to be awesome.
I'm excited about it.
Now, all a villager needs is I'll give you a couple trading hall rules of the road, as they say. If a villager could see to pathfind to a working table at any point during their journey, they could bind themselves to that table. That means if you were traversing a villager, blah, 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 and it was like, look, there's a barrel. That's my work table now. And then you moved them way, way over there. They're going to be like, I want to get back to my work table that they bound through, right? So ways to do that, things that they can't pathfind through, are double carpets, rails, and LOS. So if everything was enclosed inside of a box, right, they can't see the table inside. If there's a double carpet here or rails, they can't see each other's tables. So even when they're traversing through here, they can't bind themselves to any of the tables until they get into their little hole. And then there's that. They don't need to sleep in order for them to bind to the job. They don't need to sleep in order for them to reset their trades. So you don't need to have them have any of that stuff.
Correct.
So that's the rules of the road, as it
Raj,
were.
really well done tonight on a tired Friday.
It took longer than It usually does.
But it's okay.
It's a tired Friday.
It's Tired Friday.
We made this monstrosity
It's incredible.
of craziness.
All right, I'm logging out though because I know you patiently wait for me. So
I do patiently. wait
I'm
for you.
logging out. So at any point, I'm gonna get you, babe. Shina, you never use the carpet, but do you want to find out the hard way?
Yeah. The carpet. The thing is, it's. I'll be honest with you. You're 90% right, but it's that one time. That one time where like the villagers like that one dude just will not reset his trades ever. Like
Yeah.
Now, if you have a yeeter, you can just be like, fuck that guy, get another guy. But most of the time, you don't need it because they don't always, there's not like an instant, like, bind to table moment, right?
Right.
So you have a longer time in front of the table in front of them. And it's a rare instance that, like, they would go past and be like, I can pathfind to the other thing, right? But it can happen is the point.
Yeah.
So-
And you don't want to take a chance with that when you're dealing with this precise movement of villagers.
Exactly. So we've had it happen before.
Oh, for sure.
And at that point you're just like, well, that guy. Hell, we had it in this playthrough. We had to kind of sort out some villagers because they were a little unruly on their cycles.
Guys, please come along with us for a raid. We get to raid somebody we don't get to raid a whole lot, so I'm excited to go see a friend.
Ew.
Shine, I heard that earlier. Abba's so satisfying.
And guys, thank you, genuinely from the bottom of
Yes,
our hearts. Thank you for the
so
support
much.
tonight. It is
Yes.
massive, massive, massive weight off our shoulders.
It really.
It's been stressful.
It hits right. It's hitting right.
It's been stressful. There's been some worry. But here's the thing. If you guys want to help us out, make sure to check out our YouTube channel. We're trying to get our watch hours up over there. Shorts are performing extremely well.
Yay, shorts.
Yay, eat my shorts. We're going to raid Smoke. What's
Yep.
Smoke playing? You
Or-
don't know.
Oregon Trail. I couldn't remember the
fucking
name.
A.
Not Oregon Trail, but Oregon Trail. So we're gonna see what that's all about.
Thanks for the stream. Well, thank you guys for being here. We
Yep.
appreciate y'all.
We totally appreciate you guys.
All right.
I hit the rate a little early. So.
I got you. I stop the music and do the outro.
do the thing. Do the thing. Do the thing.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, regardless of your age, sex, sexual orientation, your race, your country of origin, your state of mind, state of birth, the kitchen appliance you identify most with, color, your tone, and polish, whether you think Pluto's a planet or not, and of course your favorite captain of the Millennium Falcon. You guys are awesome.
You guys are so awesome. We love you. We will see you tomorrow for Minecraft Live. So we'll
On
be chilling on
Discord.
Discord, maybe a little on Twitter. So
Discord, Twitter, all that stuff. Not live,
not live.
but we'll be back live on Monday.
Right. We'll just be chilling out and around.
We'll be there. Guys, have a great weekend. Talk to you tomorrow.
Good night.
Good night, everybody.
We all play cast. What's going on, everybody?